I think Knight really has not had that impact that we expect from him. For me,
the first time it's happened this event, actually.
Big standout players are going to be the top.
Sometimes it happens with like full screen adverts. It's a YouTube automated thing. It's because YouTube is using AI to like automate like moderation, and it's back up again now. At least it happened during midway during in the game.
It has clearly been about caps. Like he has
It is literally just a YouTube AI moderation thing. It's stupid as hell. It gets it wrong every time. ABH, thank you so much for the sub. We appreciate you.
Cap's the only player that has been in an international final before on this G2 roster. So
oh, that's true. Even like players like BB and Hans, even though they've been on G2 for forever, never been into an international finals. Because that was the Caps perks era. Yankos as well.
No, I know this is so like funny because we have so few internationals and the open circuit has been dead for like so long. Like these like results and like people have never played a final are so like there's so much of it, right? Because the number of opportunities, but you know what I mean, and they become their own like narrative like point, and they are to be enjoyed. But you know what I mean, first time like in terms of like internationals, it's in Brazil, isn't it?
This is in Brazil,
yes. And how many people are there?
We're getting different bans, by the way. There's Karma's not been banned, Rumble's not been banned, Varus hasn't been banned, so we're getting one of those 3 through. Shinzao still up and available. What else were GT banning? They were banning, well, no, BLG are now banning the Rise Oriana on blue side. They don't want to give it through his first pick, so both teams are red side banning Rise Oriana. Karma's getting through though. Karma and Varus are both up right now.
I think they're going to give Karma.
Ezreal used up Freeze Karma to an extent. I mean, Karma's just strong in general. It just kind of insta-wins you lane, and On is an incredibly good Karma. There's also Ashe Seraphine. Ashe is going to be up. Ashe Seraphine's up. We're going to get Varus, Ashe Seraphine, Karma, Shinzao. Those are the big ones I can think of right now. With the Vigon, all 5 of those super OPs are up. So there's so many OP things. Who does that favor? Does G2 first pick Shinzao? But if you do that, it takes away from something like an Ashe Seraphine. I think Ashe Seraphine, if you don't take Ashe or Seraphine, BLG take that one too.
Yeah, but are you happy playing Varus Karma into Ashe Seraphine?
Maybe, but I think Ashe Seraphine is a better combo late game.
Varus. Hello, Alex. How are we feeling?
There's a lot of OPs left up in this draft. So now I think BLG take like
Karma for On.
I think you can take Shinzao Karma if you want.
Yeah,
and then pick something else.
On Karma is insane, so you definitely want that.
Especially with no Nautilus, you can take the Karma or the Seraphine and feel a lot better in lane.
I would love to know what Ben's saying in draft right now. Actually.
It's got to be Shinzao, right? There's anything which deals with Shinzao is pretty much gone, right?
Yes. Ashe Seraphine.
Then you give Shinzao Karma, I think, don't you?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
I would have taken Ashe on 3. I think there's too many OPs up. I don't think you have to answer that pick.
Shinzao, okay.
Whatever.
Okay, do they want to break up the Seraphine combo?
You can take the Karma
This
for On.
because Ashe Karma is still fine. It's just not as good, but it's very lane dominant. Very lane dominant. Hail of Arrows is enough for slow to counter for Seraphine route, isn't it?
Any slow Sam, yes.
Yeah,
really
yes, I know. I was just trying to remember what, like, is E a slow on Varus? Like, I think it is, but I'm just making it. One of those ones I second guessed myself. Like, I'm sure it is, but just remembering.
I really don't think you can let the Shinzao have a Karma. Even ignoring the bot lane matchup, I don't think you can let Shinzao have a Karma.
I think the Seraphine is as good though because what it loses in some of the immediate like jungle support synergy and makes up for in 2v2 priority.
Yes.
Zen plus an
Enchanter. You have to give up one of them, right? Like you're always giving up one of them.
Yes.
I personally think you give up the Seraphine. It's not good.
And because you've got the Shinzao.
Hang on, G2 are just not going to take us. Wait, they are going to take Karma, so now they're not going to take jungle. I mean,
okay,
so now you pick Seraphine and then you ban Trundle, right?
Well, they can't Trundle. They got a Shinzao. They don't have to care about Trundle.
BLG ban Trundle away from GT.
Oh, so sure, yeah. I mean, Skuma's got to have something weird. I mean, I think you can Neferi this game. You'd be all right.
I think you double ban jungle either way, no?
You could Olaf here as well. In fact, you might well look at an Olaf. I think you ban. Yes, you get rid.
Sion, do you?
You've got Karma behind you. You can absolutely look to.
Maybe. I just don't think it's a very good top jungle. Bin is probably looking at Renekton if it's not banned, although BB's actually survived that matchup fine. And actually, that would be very much what happened against GENG, right?
Yeah.
You could Bin's probably looking. Actually, Kassante's pretty good for Bin here if they're. Well, it's not great into Varus Karma, but it's good into the Sion, I guess. Jax is also not bad for Bin either.
Azael's calling a potential Camille angle, which might give you the anti-tank. Because again, I don't think because BLG can't trundle here, which is a big thing. So the Scion's already going to be a nightmare.
Nocturne's not a bad banner.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, you're the LCP guy. You've seen a lot of Nocturne over the years.
I should have piped up.
Nocturne and Trundle ban here.
Good ban away Victor from Caps too for front to back.
Oh, whoa.
Akali. Yeah, Akali Seraphine's really obnoxious. It pairs up with the Shinzo well. You're a good encore extender. It gets beyond the Scion well to threaten the Varus.
You can also ban Wukong if you want. I think probably Trundle's
Wukong's probably not awful for
Skewmon here. I think you ban Trundle, maybe even look for the Cassante for Bin.
Yeah. Renekton's going to be up here at this rate.
Does Ben play Aatrox? No.
I don't think it's that great here.
It's okay,
like, it's good into the Scion, but I don't like it into Varus Karma.
Skewmon can look at Aatrox and jungle
That's
too,
true.
actually.
That's true. I forgot about that one.
Sorry, say again, Kurt?
Yeah.
I'm just not a huge fan of the Azir pen. Like,
no, I'm with you. I had a similar reaction.
You chose the jungle pool. Like, I just don't think you're too scared. Like, I mean, Caps is gonna find a pick.
I think you can realistically Skewmon at that point was going to get either Trundle or Wukong. I think at that point you're like, well, we can't ban away junglers to make sure Skewmon is completely thin on the ground. I think he's happy with either.
That usually means
Syndra is smart here because it's a good pairing with the Ashe and the Seraphine for roots.
I think Caps
usually means that like Knight wants to play either Mel or Victor.
Agreed.
Victor's a better takeaway. Mel is a better aggressive combo.
The pick from BLG at this point is very dangerous. The first bit of CC gets executed, basically.
You can reflect Varus ult and Karma Q back at them. Blind picking Mel I don't like in general. You can Silas from Caps, can't you? Aren't you out Silas here? Isn't that super good?
Yeah, you can. Shinzo, there's a lot of very good ults to steal here. Like, I mean, is Mel ult a good steal or not, actually? I'm not really seeing that.
No, but you have Seraphine, which is one of the best in the game, Shinzo, Ashe, which are also top tier.
I assume they were all good. I just wasn't sure whether how good Mel execute was with Silas. My assumption was not great.
Yeah, it's pretty poopy, but you can play the lane into Mel fairly easily.
That was my assumption. I just wasn't sure how that ult was from Silas main's end, so...
Aatrox is Skewmon, and then I think you go
Good read on
that. Well, you can Victor. You can Victor still.
Silas, I think Victor's better. Silas is really lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Aatrox and Scion, kind of.
Yeah, like he's playing from a different angle than the Aatrox. Like I think he's pretty homeless.
Yeah, I mean Scion can theoretically ult to join you, but it's a bit like it's not the cleanest combo. And Nivea's good here.
This denies it from on as well. This takes it away.
Yeah, it actually does. It's funny as well.
It's like unironically, like.
Also, this is a huge meat grinder. Now we're actually at the point where you have to go Camille. I think you actually have to go Camille because everyone else is in the meat grinder. Wait, is that true? You could Cassante still. Jax isn't bad.
Jax is fine.
Great shout from what do you call it, Azael if you said.
Azael said the Camille.
Yeah,
Maud
but, like,
is a little different.
The way the draft went was so strange.
Maud pulls someone out of the ground, but I think Jax or Camille are both fine here. Jax a bit more versatile, right? Camille needs the lead.
Okay, folks, you know how it goes. I'm gonna put on an ad break for a minute and a half. If you don't want to see adverts and want to hear us talk about the draft, please subscribe. See you in a minute and a half, and we'll get talking about the game.
Right, guys.
I think G2 have a... I'm not gonna lie, I think G2's draft is way easier to play, but I think BLG have a ton of comfort. G2 need to hold up in 2v2 bot lane. They have the chance to do so. I think they can. I have to say, Encore could just solo win this team fight. Like, just the way that G2 are going to position their team fight, there's a chance that Encore goes through the entire team. Now, what's going to happen is BB's going to try and sideswipe on the Scion, I think. He's going to try and sideswipe. If Shinzo blocks it, that's fine. And if the Encore hits the rest of the team, I think that's good. I actually think G2 have some really, really good team fight angles here, man.
What about you, Sam? What's your thoughts?
What do I think? If G2 get to 5v5s, I think the Anivia plus Scion zone control is, and the Aatrox that matter, is quite nasty. I think, however, BLG will always have the ability, if they get vision control, to look for Ashe and Mel picks to just blow up a single target, and there's not a lot G2 get to do about that. Sion being probably the one person who could tank that combo theoretically. So I need BLG to play the early skirmish as well. And I think if G2 just get to objectives theoretically first, BLG are not going to have a lot of fun face tanking.
Yeah,
yes, Seraphim's good, and it's not like BLG have got a bad comp here for 5v5ing. I just think G2 is slightly better. I know Hans has gone for the poke Varus,
flash early.
and I wonder whether the on hit might have been
Let's sync up timers first quickly, just because we got that time now. So flash
okay, so
from 45, 46, 47, 48.
I'm a second behind you, but that's fine.
Yeah, everyone else?
Oh, mine's is
51,
Alright.
52, 53, 54. This question chat, is Anivia good into Mel? Yes and no. A mobile champion who you can kind of contest with range, so you can kind of lock her with the terrain scaling. It's really nasty. Not quite as easy as that though. You can reflect the Q stun, I think. And the EU can too, but that's it.
Just so I'm not spoiling, I'm at 111, 112, 113.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, perfect. Because I was actually like 10 seconds behind everyone.
Alright.
The Prestige Requiem Sona skin, and
Caps is actually trading. Nice trading fine. It's Caps here.
Sort of last word on draft, unless anyone else wants to go. I think BLG have masterclassed it.
Yep.
How do you run into this? How do you as an Aatrox do anything in this game? Like there's just a Mel, there's just a Seraphine and Ash. Like you're just doing nothing.
Oh, Labrov doesn't have flash. You really can't be playing. Getting hit by those E's is really dangerous. So you were talking about as well, in draft, you asked the question about is G2 actually happy running the Varus Karma into the Ashe Seraphine? And on draft, I think you should be, because both these champions are so ridiculously strong. But they're losing the early lanes. Labrov has no flash from the level 1. It's not going well for them. Shun doing the 2024 BLG Classic of just invading off of the pushing bot lane. This is the Classic.
And does he win?
He beats the hell out of the Aatrox here.
Okay, here we go.
Because he gets a good trade and Skewmon gets nothing back, next time he comes around, Shun will have all his cooldowns back, so yes, he wins that for free now. Skewmon didn't get any good trade back.
Shun resets and goes topside. Shun resets goes... not Shun. Skewmon could probably steal away any blue here, but they are going to isolate bot lane.
Jax is going to recall teleport back top so he can fight with components. Shun's not sticking around for Gromp, you're right on that.
They're going to scout Skewmon's move with the ward from Knight. Yeah, they've timed it. Oh, Skewmon's in such an awful position.
And Jax is teleported onto the wave. He can actually go down to top river as well. And Knight has enough HP to fight. If Skewmon goes on top river, this is fucking awful for him. This is the first time I feel like Skewmon's actually been read well in early game. Good reflect back. Does he get this in time? No, he doesn't get this in time. He doesn't get this in time. So Shun has double buffs, so he can easily fight for this now.
Oh, this is awful. My stomach's all going.
It's also like just a full longsword up. Like Skewmon's got nothing.
So that's
he's gonna just...
But that's something which Skewmon does a lot himself. Skewmon really likes to do like the early reset. He did Captain Jack. I think this time he is going down with the ship potentially though. The bot lane's fucked.
Yeah, but now the fucking scuttle's gone too.
Yeah, but who has priority for Scuttle?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking BLG. That's what I'm saying. BLG's took top Scuttle.
No,
and they're gonna get...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That's a character. Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry.
It's the Australian-Scottish translation software. Just bugged out a second there, folks. So that's why we've got us Brits in the middle to be like the Commonwealth, you know, like.
The egg's already popped. It's not gonna get scrambled.
We really enjoyed the Callista and Nivea omelet combo. Which was just like Callista throwing the egg Nivea into the enemy AD carry. You can't win a team fight. You can't win a team fight without breaking a few eggs.
The Halloween special.
Yeah.
Skewmon has not like farmed basically anything in ages.
Yeah, and Shun took everything in the river. So I mean, what this does mean is that Shun is actually tied up taking his own camps, but he's spotted again, man. The early jungle pathing has been fucking great. Like the early jungle tracking. Knight does need to teleport back. He does need to teleport back. I mean, it's been much better played from Knight to say, okay, because GC was sending so many people mid in the first game, they've been tracking it better. You might have to blow flash here. Okay, Shun's back in time. Yeah, because Shun farmed everything on the river and then over it, Skewmond did have a brief moment of time where he makes the right choice here again, where effectively Shun has to be farming his own camps to put them on cooldown. But he has like a brief moment to just be like, well, fuck it, he's not going to be there, hopefully. But he can't find anything again because BLG's wards are too good.
This is,
yeah. I mean, basically, Shun's had 2 very good early game plans in a row with the shove to enable it, and there's not a lot Skewmond's been able to do about it, which is great news.
And then BB's been left in one of the matchups that I don't actually like Sion onto, because Jax is one of the only champs, along with like Kale and GP, where I think if you provide them with like the free scaling in Pro, or like theoretically in Pro, that it's actually like net negative, even though he's like a Z tier hero. There's no point in resisting this level of scaling.
They even pinged him out on stage.
G2, if they do set up, Sam mentioned this earlier, but if G2 do manage to set up on an objective eventually, it will be a real pain.
Oh.
If they're first to the objective, it's super hard to go into, but I don't know why they should ever be first to the objective.
Because BLG make mistakes, basically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and BLG do make mistakes because that's the price of their style of aggression, basically.
Oh yeah, between us and chat, we're gonna have to nominate one player to be the God King of the event because it's the extra label I printed out for the fraud wall. So we have to choose one player.
Right now, it's Jun.
It's either Shun or Bin, I think, between the two of them.
Can I nominate Kiaya if he's not here?
Oh, you're true. Yeah, Kiaya, my goat. Oh, Kiaya is just like, every time I hear Kiaya, I'm just like, I just want to talk about like his story of like literally being taught how to read and write by a team. That's like so cool.
I was telling people at Riftbound locals about it.
Yeah, oh, it's so sweet.
Compositions are so powerful when you have such good mechanics.
No, but for real, that's like one of the stories which gets you invested in esports, right? Where you see the power of being able to uplift people from difficult scenarios.
What's my favorite like one of my like favorite like esports stories from back in the day that's kind of like been forgotten. It's hilarious. It always makes me like laugh. Was like when Boxer was asked like what do like Michael Jordan, him, and like let's just say like another sports star Messi all have in common, and Boxer goes, we were all called Emperor.
Yeah.
That's such a hilarious thing to say. Nobody was called Emperor in Boxer except from you. I mean, they were all called Emperor.
Flash is fine.
Flash, okay, fine.
Bin has a cull and he's still just staying in lane. He just wants to save his TP for forever.
G2, yeah, I agree, Vedi. Look, okay, you do get Dragon, and I think G2 getting Dragon win condition early is important this game. You want a good roll. Unfortunately, Mountain and Hex is your first 2 Dragons. A bit of a low roll. Because those are probably the 2 best souls you could have asked for this game.
Any like Sion specialist, is this a game where you go cull as well in Sion?
I
don't know. I think it's risky.
I don't think you do. I think Sion wants to play around one item spike, actually. And I think
I think it delays the spike too much. I agree. I mean, okay, if someone did it and they could justify it, I wouldn't be against it. But my initial gut read is that is very risky in terms of spiking late into the Jax, because you're never going to outscale the Jax.
I was just curious, because it's like just such a minion. It's just like such a minion-focused lane. And like...
Yes, I know Huanfeng's story, and I know what he did after his peaks of fame as well. Or rather, the 4 different people he did, or whatever it was. Poor Huanfeng. Like, I say poor Huanfeng. He made, like... What an idiot, you know? What an idiot. Why just come on. You had literally everything going for you. Oh my god. Thank you, Amber. That's very kind of you. I'm not gonna lie. G2 haven't fallen as far behind as I thought they would do. And as long as the first 5v5 of the game goes well for them, I don't think this is lights out. Oh, that's a problem. Losing shit like that is a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to just walk it out, and cleanse is better than flash, and actually that's not fun for
He's out of lane
hands.
now, so that's going to be more XP involved. Well, he's been
That's
even
annoying.
in farm. He has been even in farm.
He was slightly ahead, to be honest, for a lot of this lane.
So, guys, see for G2 here, cause you like BLG, do you think the 3 grubs is worth the dragon?
No, I think
no, but I do think putting gold topside onto Bin and getting Shun ahead in terms of XP. Wait, he's not even ahead in terms of XP. Lol.
Like, I will say, grubs for Jax is always a good option, and that is not a bad thing to trade. However, I still think G2 are always going to take what. I think you do. I think you do. I think, or at least it becomes. Oh, not quite.
Flash E from Caps could have killed there. Oh no, yeah, on had heal, so I guess not. As soon as on shows up, you can't. Like, Bin is quote-unquote ahead, but not by like anything game-breaking. The cull's the annoying thing for him. Knight
and
being
again,
ahead of Caps is a bit annoying for G2 as well. Now, the thing which really threatens Knight is if Broken Blade sideswipes him. That's the thing which actually causes you issues. I think besides that, like, you can reflect Varus and Karma skill shots back. Anivia, I don't think...
I think the wall is going to be the thing that's going to make Mel's life quite tricky, because actually her range is short enough that she is a threat of being crystallized semi-regularly.
Well, that's why you need Shun in position with an encore, kind of like changing the battle lines a bit. This could actually be a big fight here, by the way.
Yeah. Bin's at half. Do we smite fight this? We do.
Oh, Shun got it. Shun got the smite. That's flash down minimum, no?
He's execute range. He's dead.
Doesn't even...
Golden
yeah.
Eclipse.
Wow, and it gets the Knight. Oh, Skewmon. This is the first game I actually feel like Skewmon's actually getting jungle lift. I think he's been tracked, like, he's been tracked the entire game, and he's not managed to get anything done. This is like the first game the whole tournament Skewmon's been actually a hard dift.
Oh god. Oh god. Labrov, that pocket. Labrov. Oh god, he's gone.
Labrov's quite bad at accidentally walking up into 1v2s in lane.
Yeah, and they're trying to trade aggressively with the Ghost, knowing that the arrow is...
He walks out of it this time.
Yeah, this time, but...
Yes, I know.
Nice. At least Hans can go for Serpent's Fang very easily this game.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I think my worry is if Skewmon does fall too far behind, there is a world where your actual consistent DPS is a little low until Anivia really comes online. And like the poke is nice, but it's not like a team fight DPS option if you don't win. Okay, come on, Labrov.
Oh,
Caps.
And it didn't lead to anything. But on blue both summoners, so it's flash for flash heal. That's actually not bad from Labrov. Caps uses his flash.
That was a bit of a bluff from Labrov, because I mean, Skewmon is just hitting the scuttle, has no ult, no flash.
That's getting within ult range. He's going Blackfire Torch this game, Knight, not Eluden, so he's going to have more extended DPS versus the front line.
I like burn into Anivia in general.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's not bad. Come on, BB.
Flash auto flash. Close. Bin can teleport back. He's also completed his cull, by the way, so he's happy with that. That's not bad from BB. BB's been doing actually pretty well at like... I mean, he did this in the Poppy and Bessa matchup too. Like, yes, Bin was getting like okay ahead in the matchup, but BB was doing pretty well at like not falling too far behind and having team fight impact.
It's this item here that this is where the problem starts. So.
Jhin doesn't have flash. Oh dear. And Labrov has no flash. Oh, hang on. This is a bit...
Good route.
Oh,
arrow. Route after. Oh, could be.
Oh, and then Skewmon's now caught as well.
Oh, it's just doomed. So doomed.
What was,
and he
what
died.
was the tail there?
I don't know. His tax application, I'm not sure.
It went on... Mikhail's was used on the Aatrox, but I don't think he actually got hit by anything. I think that was just a mistake. He should have self Mikhail's.
Yeah, I mean...
I have to see the replay. It might have been the Q. Because the ult doesn't hit Skim. It only hits
it goes on Skewmon, maybe thinking... I think he thought the encore was going on to Skewmon, then it's on him. So he reacts to the skill shot, like being fired, but not the direction of it. He thought it was going on Skewmon, not himself.
Yeah.
Can I... By the way, this is crazy. So that was... And then BB then gets 4 plates top.
Yeah.
They get bottom jungle quadrant. So now there's like a 2k gold lead, just like came out of one play. That they had, I think what G2 initiated that.
Labrov has died a lot this series, folks. Now, I think a lot of them are forgivable because BLG and they're sat in every... okay, but again, he actually just dies, so no, it's close as heck.
Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah. Oh, W misses, did you get? Okay.
But let me just say, like, Zinjal plus an enchanter, like, because for years we were playing... It's literally like one of the Z tier, like... S++. Like, it's absolutely
Think
disgusting. It's
about the
on
amount of
top
times that Shinzai got nerfed.
Exactly. And
Yeah, I
This
know.
is actually, this is still like one of the weakest points that Shinzai's ever been in. Think about like 22, 21, or like 22 just after the rework.
And see if you get to like itemize like with the, because Xin Zhao's mobility problem is the fact that he has the same mobility, but it's from enemy champion to enemy champion. But if you just allow him to sustain and just be able to go from enemy champion to enemy champion, and his health bar isn't moving, and he just gets to rotate his abilities, he never actually falls off.
Oh, if G2 lose this, by the way, then BLG would then go back to having game 5 side advantage. Or like first pick advantage.
You are very low move speed. You really can block people coming straight at
Okay.
you, but if they get
Well,
behind you,
okay.
it's tough.
1,000 gold lead for Viper.
Yeah. At least the poke Varus is lower economy.
Yeah. There's no cleanse on Viper, he's gone Ghost. He gets
Would
hit
you
by Varus
ever-
and he dies. Oh, shit, like that, like that. That would have been, like, would have actually been instant death.
Ooh.
Or it would have been, well, I guess it would have been ults back from Viper and on. Oh, that sucks.
BLG are just such a scary team mechanically.
They are.
They just collapse so quickly. I keep going back to like the opening scene of Halo Combat Evolved. It's like, did we lose them? It's like they've always been faster. Like you never lose BLG. They always have someone else that can turn up to the play.
By the way, here's the thing. If it's a nice narrative point is after this, each of these people are going back to their region. They're the only people that can Grand Slam. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, like G2 or BLG, whoever wins this, is now the only team left that can
Golden
Grand
Road,
Slam. Well, Golden Road, sorry. So, which is funny in the context of like we all thought it was like the narrative talk was of it being GENG, but it could.
Oh, he has no ult, he has no ult. Scary.
Clan's important. There's
going,
Ghost. Ghost for Clan.
Yeah, we thought
No,
it was
no,
GENG Golden Road. Yeah, and particularly because it's a 3-split format, like way more events per year, it's much harder to Golden Road now.
BLG are way more
very
likely
much.
to drop a domestic.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. They are.
Especially
Just-
since like this first split basically it almost doesn't count because there's like anyone's legend. I mean, someone asked the question earlier. We did talk about it in a previous stream. Thanks to the follow, by the way. Notorious big smell. What about the notorious small smell? But yeah, anyone's legend kicked their coaching
What smell is
staff.
notorious? What big smell
Sam,
is so notorious?
Wouldn't you like to know, Sam? It's
I
notorious.
would.
You know?
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that like anyone's legend basically completely just throwing a split by having bad coaching synergy with their team means that like the biggest contenders for the throne were just not there. Effectively, AL already kicked their coach. You know.
But luckily for G2, one thing working for
Tarzan was literally a candidate for the best player in the world during the regular, like during the split as well, and then they lost.
You on, Karis?
It's so nice to know that I was just gonna say it's so nice to know other regions have their best teams bomb out because of coaches. It's not just us.
Yeah.
It's not just Garm.
Yeah. I was about to say,
All
Garm
we
could
hire a
never-
coach.
Oh, G2 didn't track Herald.
I don't think they changed that much there anyway. Skewmon is really going on Viper. Gets out
Hang on,
of
look
the
at Caps.
W.
Look at Caps.
That's a very good encore. Don't think it
Encore.
saves Viper.
Oh, it's not
Maybe
enough.
it does
It's not
actually.
enough.
Oh, the flash almost works. Sideswipe doesn't. I don't think the sideswipe's enough.
Caps out.
Bin.
He's only got egg. He's only got egg. Can Ben do more? Ben's trying.
Sam,
Hands.
Ben,
Oh,
Ben,
Ben.
do
Do more. Oh, yes, he can.
It's a lawnmower, boys! It's a lawnmower!
Here comes the arrow after. BB's dead. Oh! What is it with Bin and breaking G2 in the mid lane this tournament? But they're 7,000 gold up.
Oh man, but like, how well did Viper and On disengage that? By the way, if they give the first kill over, I think that fight looks so different. Like, watch this again from the start of it, where like this is one bit. Like, this is a pretty good. I think they did track the Herald and they were trying to go for the overpush. Move speed out of the Aatrox Q. Doesn't panic about the everything flying at him. Mikhail's over, flash away. And like Viper and On are out safe. That's a really good disengage from Viper and On. Very good. Oh, Caps is about to beat his own international record for losses. That's true. That is true.
True.
He finally won a game in a
finals, yep.
Did not land whatsoever. BLG running away with this third.
Pretty crazy.
What's the one now?
Talked about it in draft, you can't count
Do you guys call them
out.
whippersnippers? Is that just Australia?
What is that?
What? Yeah, that might just be Australia.
No, it's like it's like
It's the edge trimmer.
Oh,
Yeah, the
right,
extra
right.
milk.
In fairness,
Yeah.
I think like it sounds so much more logical when you say it in an Australian accent, like a whipper skipper.
when I
It's a
was,
whippersnipper.
when I was a child, I was always playing with one of them as like an assault rifle. That's like what do you call it?
Okay.
That was my imperial. That was my Imperial Guard lasgun.
Right. Okay.
It slew many imaginary tyranids.
Oh man. Oh, that's actually there's good damage onto On. Doesn't get enough with the W arrow though. Knight does
Labrov,
have
hang on.
flash. Knight does have flash.
The
Can
TPs are
reflect
coming.
that?
He's going to
Knight
need
can
to do
flash over the
something.
wall.
He needs to flash
He's in
though.
jail!
Oh, he's in jail!
Nah, no, Knight is actually being terrorized by Caps.
That's so funny, man. Holy shit. Credit to Caps. Caps is actually having a great series, man.
He is.
I think sadly it's the point where Viper, On, and Bin have really showed up, and like it's actually not been about mid lane.
Wait, whoa, bro.
Let's go. They can do it.
Bin doesn't have TP. No, Bin doesn't have
They
TP.
can do this.
He pushed spots too quickly.
Yeah.
But their Baron DPS, it's not. Well, it's enough.
They've got
I think it's
Anivia.
enough. I think it's enough.
Shun's going to have to come up the wall. Right, Shun needs to go
No
in here.
Seraphine ult, no Ashe ult.
Oh,
Don't let him in.
They're pulling up. There's bad decisions to build. I don't think she pilled. I don't think she pilled.
On's gone.
Hang on, Shun's dead. Shun's dead. Shun's dead.
Yeah, ooh, they've got
Really good. Really good for them.
Oh,
Really
come
good.
on,
Really good.
G2. Let's go, G2.
Oh, he kills Hams. Oh
No,
shit,
no, he
that's a
doesn't.
problem.
Ooh, unfortunate. Okay, now they can't.
Now they can't Baron. So it's only the kills, not the Baron.
But that's not bad. That halves the gold lead.
it was 3K. They just got back. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, Shun very nearly one-shot Labrov there. I mean, Knight killing Hands there saves the game again. Like,
Yeah,
right here,
otherwise that would've been
right
bad.
here, I mean, like, really good cage combo from G2. That's an incredible wall. Damn, that's crazy.
The shutdowns that they're going to get are really good. Let's see where there's no encore. There's no Ashe.
Yeah, how much gold did they get from that? It was like 5K?
Easy.
Very good front to back. And now the game might actually slip into late game front to back. I mean, in fairness, this is the drips and drabs. If Knight doesn't get that kill, it is kind of doomed. And G2 did just use a ton of flashes. But it's actually playable now, I think.
It doesn't fix the side lane issue, so that's one thing.
Bin's gonna have flash for the next fight. I mean, the big problem there is that there'd be like Bin showed on bot lane when he had no TP when someone just died topside. That's just a mess. Oh, Knight just one shots here, I think. Oh, rip.
Mel DPS is always so weird.
Cap's getting caught.
Hang on, Skewmont. Shun might die for this.
Bin.
Does it matter?
Hands.
Hands.
Oh my god, that's a lot of damage.
Bin gets him though.
Encore!
Encore!
That's a really good encore!
Oh my god!
Bin's just went too far forward though. He's
He's got the egg leader. He's got the egg leader.
Does it matter? He's giving another counter strike.
Omelette!
Omelets! The slows!
Omelette!
It's not 11 AM. We can have
Viper's
breakfast.
here.
It's all day breakfast, Carrots! It's all day breakfast!
They've gone quite deep for this.
On die, something? Does on die?
Yes,
shit,
close. Ooh.
Oh, he needs to not take aggro. Someone needs to step back. How did BLG get away with this, by the way? That's Anivia. Anivia has flash. He actually might have to kill someone here. No, guess not.
BLG just has the mandate.
He's gonna try and flash wall, maybe? No, doesn't want to go for it.
Can't do it this slow.
I think Viper would kill him on the way back, actually. Maybe I'm too LPL brained for this.
The BLG need to get off the map. Like, get the reset in.
Yeah.
Get a bit scary.
Bin used his flash for this play, which is the big thing there.
But he's got armlet now. He's got his first one.
I mean, it's a really good pick from Knight. Labrov is just being picked off like a million. Bin's on a great angle. Shun. Oh, wait, the Varus misses. Varus misses.
Here he comes!
Good flash,
Bin's too
Good
far.
flash, Hands. Hands got a really good flash on that.
Oh, Bin might just kill him anyway. Second counter strike. Oh my god. Viper really good flash forward. Very good from Viper. Viper has Bin's back. That's the kind of Viper I want to see. I think that was a misplay from Bin at first, but Viper flashing forward saves Bin.
Yeah, they're just gonna let Lavrov walk away. They're like, yeah, proper objectives.
Bin Jax, man. Bin Jax.
Sure, Hans can flash the first counter strike.
Holy crap.
That's what the Seekers is for. Buys the time for the cooldowns to come back up. He can do nothing about the second.
I love how Knight's got like the nicest scoreline in the game when it like it's actually been basically borderline pedestrian.
The replay client is still breaking.
It's been like the most pedestrian.
Bigger miss players missing the Varus. Yeah, missing the Varus was really important. Hans is not hit an important ult this game, basically.
Oh, Viper's got.
No, he's hit like
the
one.
blockbuster.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, Viper's going for like the annoying, very high move speed, very high self-sustain kind of build. So now you're never going to have Viper at under half HP before the fight starts. Dragon's alive now. It's not good terrain for BLG, and they don't have good flashes. They only really have... Well, they have on-encore flash.
But, okay, oh, no,
Oh,
wait,
the
wait,
blast cone play.
Oh, Lavrov.
You don't
Can Ben
expect...
go into...
Notorious, that is a hell of a first-time chat.
Has no TP, so I don't think G2 are really looking to contest this. Of course, and could join.
What did he say?
BLG be swanging that 7-inch floppy straight
Yes!
on the table.
I mean, they're not wrong. Honestly,
God.
they're not.
I agree, Amber. Only 7. We've got restraint.
Wait, what?
Like that's not Samson from the Bone Temple, you know.
What? What a match! Knight's Mel is absolutely horrific to this game.
Well, wait, what do you mean in terms of good or bad?
He just like turning on the reflect, then flashing, then popping it. No. I don't think you've been found that like that just sequence there. Aye, that sequence there wasn't nice. It wasn't bad. It just.
Game is so done now.
Yeah, game's done.
Box is gone.
Arrow's good. Oh, good front step. Dude, Viper's Ash has been. Oh, that's really good damage on tonight. Caps is trying, baby.
Yeah, and again, I'm just saying this is within BLG throw range, guys.
Yeah. This is within that like throwing metrics.
Their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Who's got the best arm?
Who's got the best arm? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was looking into someone to full send it on BLG, historically it's been on.
Oh,
yeah.
These purchases are backbreaking. Shurelia's, and then Ben's gonna go back with an item. I think.
If he gets Zonya's, it's huge for them. Yeah. I think it's a shared duty on BLG. They all work out at the same like throwing arm gym together.
It's true, they do.
Like in this game, it has to be it has to be someone caught out of position. Like I think Knight with no flash.
I think this game.
Bin's the throw. Yeah.
I think if anyone's going to throw, it's going to be Bin going too aggressive and dying, and then the fight before going G2's way.
Yes, correct.
I don't think that's likely because he's huge, but...
Does R scale your stats of how many people it hits on Jax?
Yes.
Like you get more MR and armor if you hit more people with your R, yeah? Is that correct?
I'm fairly certain that's
Yeah,
how that
works. Jax gets more resist the more people he hit with his R. Yeah. They changed it to be much less about... Hang on, this is a good Belasco play now. He has a good flat... Oh, I guess one cleanse down. Mikhail's will be back up for next big fight around objectives, but Asher will be up again twice in that time.
BLG are like the last great like split push team.
Knight doesn't have flash. Oh, the reflect back. Caps.
Not a bad song.
Very good from Bin. Very good from Bin.
Just buys so much space.
These throwing arms are so noodly. They're so weak throwing arms. They couldn't throw it as far as they could see him.
I throw it, but I am so weak. Oh, Bin. Bin, stop it. The Bin day is changing.
The Bin day is changing, man.
What bucket do you think got taken? What bin day got put out? Was that a green bucket, a blue bucket?
I think it's actually all of them. You need to. It's an emergency bin day. It's just every bin you have, put them out now. Get in.
Let's hear what the desk has to say.
Come on, desk.
in here. No, honestly, yeah.
I mean, guys, it would feel very strange for this tournament to be the one which BLG finally get their international trophy in. They've never won an international.
Yeah.
It'd be it'd be so strange for them to not. I mean, I was kind of waiting for them to finally beat T1, finally beat GENG in a finals or something like that, and like. There is something a bit weird about it not being that, but of course G2 obviously deserve to be there, and they actually look really fucking good. So I don't want people to detract from it too much.
I remember one of the first interviews I had with him. I asked him it was
here's the thing, back to back for Viper.
Thanks for hopping around, folks. By the way, what was that about Viper?
Back to back, first stand.
Yeah, back to back, first stand for Viper. Yep.
Exactly, and why wouldn't they indeed? Because he wins games and he wins team fights. It's so beautiful to watch.
G2 now only need to lose MSI finals to complete the.
Your boy should. Now I'm gonna preface this. It is.
I jest, of course.
Hey, Mr. House. Hope you're doing well.
Okay, that's actually the question. Would that be a great year for the West, or the most heartbreaking year ever if G2 lose first stand finals, MSI finals, and Worlds finals?
I think it would still be a great year. It would be.
That is objectively a great year.
It is objectively, but it's also. Look, mate. Look, I was having like a pitched battle on Twitter after saying, guys, why are we overreacting from half an event? Guys, chill out.
Yeah, like 3 days of play, guys.
And then literally about 7 hours after that, you know, like BLG smashed BFX and Lion took JDG to like a bunch of games too.
And again, the other side of this as well is we have now seen 2 games in a row where BLG have full sent into the jungle at the early levels to take Skewmond and the bot lane out of the game because Hans and Labrov have been forced into these really awkward scenarios from this, and that's been really problematic. So I think G2 in this next game have to find a way to stop Shun doing this or counter invade it.
This was the first game where I think that Skewmond actually got hard diffed.
Yeah, and even last game, he was set in a really difficult spot on the Mundo after the level 1 invade, right?
Okay, yeah.
How can we not?
Bin taking 80%
anyway.
I think a lot of the team fights are very
Incredible.
about Bin, but the early game, Shun just defined the pace of the game.
Yeah, when you're watching these fights and he's the Jax, you know, with his Zonias jumping in the back line, and it was like, where is Han Solo?
Absolutely incredible.
He's under Bin.
And also, BLG is very good players, guys. Like, it's a stylistically difficult matchup for G2. We saw they could tango in game 1, but to get to that point, they just need the first 3 levels to not be that horrible in the jungle.
When you look at the fights, they actually they make you forget about some elements of the team, because here G2 is gonna focus on the team, completely forgetting about the fact that Bin can arrive in the backline, and this is where things go wrong here.
Yeah, I actually.
It's a really good TP from Bin, to be fair.
Right here. He manages to survive.
The cleanse flash,
yeah,
with Mikhailsing.
This was kind of the back-breaking fight that not only set him.
So what comps do G2 have? Do we think that can pull out a win now? I mean, there's still the Orianna Rise Gambit. Like,
yeah. It's risky into Knight. But I will say I think Knight has largely been managed by Caps. No, this is a good Mel game from him, but I don't think Caps has been a problem.
This was actually Knight had a pretty good game here. Besides Caps did well.
But Caps was fine. Yeah.
It's more like I think Caps has been better than Knight, which is crazy to think. But I think that Knight hasn't. Knight, at least in game 2 and 3, I don't think was bad. Game 1 was actively not great. I think that GT put enough pressure onto him that he just basically wasn't a factor. In game 2 and 3, he was actually pretty good.
I
actually think Caps is.
Sorry, go on.
I actually think Caps' LeBlanc game, what do you call it, was, even though he solo kills Knight and like that's going to be like memory thing, I actually think in the context of what, I think I actually think like in the context of like what he has to actually do and understanding like his winning objectives, like I don't think he played that LeBlanc game.
Yeah, I mean the other side of that is I don't think Knight's Galio wasn't the linchpin in that game either, right? Like it wasn't necessarily like one succeeding meant the other failed. I thought Knight was present and was good, but he wasn't superb either. He's fine.
Yeah, but the thing is like for Caps is LeBlanc with like is the thing that has to bridge like the mid game and
and he didn't really get to do that though. To be fair, how do you bridge that mid game?
You're so hyped up.
You've got to take risks.
Sam. You just have to play better, you know.
No, yeah, you do. You've got to take risks. Like you've got to like.
But every time they did, there was Channel into Pantheon into Galio and double TPs.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's easy, right? I'm not saying it's easy, but what you need to do is
sure there is.
This is why you need to... The difficulty of that kind of game, in that game too, is that you have to take one fight to take the summoners and the skills, and then you take another fight and live on the retreat. You don't actually look to kill, you just look for the skills, the abilities, and then you take a second fight while they're down. Which is when they got their winning fight, remember, when G2, when BLG didn't have their big ults, and it was a big mistake from them. I also think, realistically, probably the biggest differential on the map so far has been Labrov and On. I don't think Labrov has... Like, I can understand the logic of what Labrov's doing, but he's being caught way too much. Like, he's just dying on cooldown in mid-game. And I think that most of the fights which BLG used to kind of get free picks have been onto Labrov. He's had a bit of a rough finals.
I agree.
And again, like, I don't actually want to dunk on Labrov too much because I actually think he's making, realistically, the right decisions. It's just what can you do against a team which is so good at picking you off like that. It's just very hard to find yourself in a safe spot. Oh, I should do my 10 pull stream. Yeah, player of the tournament, I think it's really close between Bin and Shun right now.
Probably Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bin is probably the more popular answer. But
I think Shun.
I think it probably has been, but for me, like, I would put a vote to Shun because so much of BLG cannot exist without Shun fixing chemistry and being very resilient. Very, very
I would
resilient.
not hate Bin getting it, you know? I'm not here to say that's not what I'm arguing, but I do think Shun has been on another level this tournament. He's been so good.
I will always usually default to the laner because...
I get that.
In the general sense, because you're actually, like, having to play against someone.
But I get that. I just think that, like, Shun and his ability to get BLG over the line has been absolutely stellar this tournament. He has basically played every style of play you want him to. And not that Bin hasn't been superb, right? Like, he's been a consistent win condition across so many matchups. Like, again, I have no issue with Bin being a contention / winning it. But again, my vote would go to Shun off. Like, BLG have won the majority of their games for my money basically off Shun and his early plays into the enemy jungle and early plays around bot or top.
And it's like if Shun does that, BLG very rarely lose.
Yeah.
And there's a lot kind of being used to kind of prop that up, right? Where you have you know, like the lanes being able to respond so quickly is often what makes that, but the fact that it happens is very important.
Pretty ridiculous, yes, I agree.
Okay. Isn't it weird that BLG have a jungler and are now successful? That really overlooks how good Wei, Skewmond, and Wei, Shadow, and Beitron actually were in their own teams before that. They're not bad individual players. It's just clear that BLG need a very specific personality in jungle rather than a specific level of play mechanically. Also, reminder, summer 2024, Shun was falling off like real hard. They wouldn't have gotten to 24 Worlds without Wei playing in jungle. A lot of people forget that because obviously Shun came back in and had a really good Worlds 24 for himself. He was a big driving force. But yeah, I mean, like, Shun actually cried on stage when they won in Summer 24 because he didn't play a single game and he felt, I don't know, there was obviously some very complicated emotions there.
Yeah.
And Wei has come out and said that basically BLG really didn't treat him particularly well, actually. He didn't have a great time on that team.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure for various reasons.
I don't have full context, also left, right? He stormed out.
And also, like, well, this is a separate thing, Sam. That's a very separate thing. But basically, like, Wei, I don't think he said anything himself, but people have kind of derived from contextual cues that obviously he had a very bad time within BLG, and you can tell from the atmosphere, right? You can tell from their body language on stage. But yeah, I mean, BLG look good now, but it has been a lot of soul searching. I think that the whole thing with Shun in 24 to 25 off season was a mess, but I think the people now responsible for that in terms of team managers are now gone. But yeah, obviously like a lot better now. The chemistry's there, and Shun kind of gets to be like a very resilient jungler. Very hard to get under his skin.
I don't think it's an entirely separate thing, because part of the issue is that backroom vibes at BLG, including within the team, within the management, within the organization as well.
But the reason why that tension...
pretty problematic.
The way that tension rises up was very different.
I think it's all part and parcel of the culture of BLG.
Not that we have any context for that, really. Only a little bit. Which is the problem, really. Because we're viewing from an international point of view where we have very little context there.
the thing is we, what do you call it, replaced like Jun to fix like problems. I think basically Jun just like died for his bot lane's like sins, and then Wei was at that time just a better fit for that period of time. And then Wei had created his own problems for the team at Worlds, which then required Jun to then come in and like fix. So it was a very, in terms of player substitutions, it was a very, very, very complex like system, because it was almost had nothing to do with whichever jungler was better. Yep. Almost like nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
There was just BLG
Completely
is just that version of BLG. Is just such a deficient team in the context of that like meta. Plus, what the other thing that happened that was like really strange was that was probably like one of the real big like downturns in terms of like BLG's utility of like On specifically, where they just BLG and On were just getting so low value out of like what he was doing. Like in 2023, On was incredible. In 2024 spring, On and Elk were genuinely ending most games
in like 10 minutes. Yeah.
In 10 minutes, yeah. Like they were
obscene,
yeah, they're absolutely.
If you guys like watch pre-MSI 24 from BLG,
they were
and that was why actually we thought maybe BLG might be the best team in the world and were favorites to win MSI, and that's why it was such a shock that things fell apart in MSI finals through bot lane. That was why it was such a surprise.
So unexpected.
Yeah, Lahen's got the MVP, but that summer, like On and Elk and Jun and Wei, and it all just fell to absolute pieces. And that's what the joke was, because of the name values of the team when they made that World Final. I go back and I watch it, and it's mind blowing to me how bad T1 play in the context of that like World's Finals, because there's no way it should. Basically, that was like
heavy
1 in
underdogs, and it was much closer than it should have been.
Yeah, 1 in 100 that game's
negative. I think I think Elk in particular had a pretty bad finals, and On had a really bad game 5, right? The Rel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He hit. I don't think he hit a single Q stun on anyone the entire game.
He had 2 Q stuns the entire game.
That's atrocious.
Yeah, 1 lower Revel and then 1 in the deciding top fight, and then that was that. Like he literally missed every other bit of like CC in the game. Like it was absolutely crazy criminal levels of stuff. But you know what I mean, it's live by On, die by On, and there isn't a better substitute player in the LPL, so you just got to accept that fact.
And On is also, on his form, absolutely unreal, right? Like he's not like he is an elite level support, which is very hard to get.
Is this On's most consistent international event ever? It's got to be, right? I don't think he's ever had as a consistent international event.
No, 2023 we was really good at MSI. He was like incredible at MSI.
Maybe 23 MSI, maybe.
I'm not like just a contrarian thing. I'm like, this is probably it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But 2023, On kind of gets forgotten about because they make the final and lose to GDG. But everyone forgets BLG beat T1 in the lower bracket.
And they did it they did a great job as well. Xayah's versus Bim was a killer matchup in that one. The Camille.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone forgets the reason it's an old LPL final is because T1 versus GDG in the upper bracket is a Game 5 epic, but BLG dust them off, and that's why everyone thought the final was going to be really close. And then Yugal had to play a BO5 against Knight.
Into draft. Oh, Cassante. Whoa, we've gone through everything already. First pick Cassante. Yo. What has Ben got left for that? Is it Renekton angle actually? Renekton's not bad for Ben here. You can Viari. You can actually Viari here. Although at that point you're opening up a Victor angle for caps.
So much of this conversation has been about support and
what have you got for me here, Ben? So you've got your Renekton.
Zahen's gone.
Garen.
Renekton's a good shout. Garen. Yeah.
I think you're looking at Viari first, shouldn't I, aren't you? Although again, at that point you're actually threatened. You're threatened by the how's going. I think you're getting threatened by Victor at that point.
Gone. Is Ambessa still up?
No, left one. Oh, they're power puffing.
That's actually pretty big brain. I don't think there's anything. Well, you can misfortune. That's what you can do. You can misfortune
Nautilus. Yeah, that will be my
Xayah is one of the best divers, and also if you're going forward, Yeah, you just like.
Don't you just
self-heal.
MF Nautilus here?
Or
have to.
yes, you MF Nautilus. You need some lane
You
dominance
can
here.
maybe Thresh. I think MF
Could you
Nautilus is
Kate
better.
Milio?
No,
you
you
can Caitlyn Elise or something like that.
No, there's no.
No,
Caitlyn
Caitlyn's
as
gone.
well.
Yeah, you can't do that. My bad. You can
Oh,
maybe.
you're right. Yes.
I don't think
Rakan
Jin's
to take it
worth
away.
it. Rakan to take it away, but then On can go Nautilus himself.
Oh,
I mean, maybe you
actually-
do Jin and play through something very aggressive mid.
On can also go. On Leona's
Wait.
not bad here either.
Why don't you not just?
I
why do you not
think
just-
Jin stinks when you're showing Cassante.
First pick Cassante.
Wait,
Why do you just take Kalista here and try and run the duel?
No. Not into Vi.
If you're gonna do
surely.
that, you don't go the Rakan with it, surely.
Nah, there's no way. You're
You
right.
can maybe Draven, but that's. You can maybe
Bold.
You can
Draven.
Hey.
Draven, actually. You can Draven.
You actually might. It's a little early.
Kai'Sa,
I would
I
have
don't
preferred
like that.
MF lane. I would have preferred MF lane because this opens up freebie lane for Viper on now. Viper is a very good Xayah. I think that Alistar is very happy in this draft. I think this is. I don't like G2 not giving winning lane over to Hans Labro. If you see the Xayah, you can MF you can like MF whatever, MF Nautilus, and you're pretty much winning lane at that point. And I think giving that chance up is a mistake.
It's kind of crazy to me that G2 has the Kog'Maw, right? And they don't just go Braum Kog'Maw here.
I mean, into Vi, that's risky as hell, no?
Yeah, but I think you just.
And
I think you just have to
Rakan,
take
I
it.
mean, maybe, yeah, I suppose with nothing like... Oh, we might see a
Kai'Sa's
Nocturne
also-
we might see a
Sorry,
Nocturne angle from Skeum onto this point. It's probably banned
it's
by
not
BLG,
banned.
no? Oh, no, into Xayah,
Yeah.
that's shit. No, into Xayah, that's kind of shit. I don't think you want to...
The other side of this, of course, is like the Kai'Sa is better at peeling for herself than the Kog'Maw. If you're playing to other
Spark is
lanes
good
as well,
one.
at least Kai'Sa has some of her own tools to get out of stuff. Like that
Yeah,
ult is big on that front.
Yeah, but it's just because, like, for me, one of the big anti-things that you can do to Vi is if you can actually survive the ult and then just threaten with huge amounts of DPS, like, that is like one of the things. So like, because Vi's ult just displaces like, Kai'Sa's ult just displaces Vi at best. Or
I do really like the Maokai ban, by the way.
But one of the ways you deal... Yes, I agree. I completely agree. One of the ways you do deal with Vi, though, is just dragging her miles away. You
Yeah,
can put
no,
her to Narnia.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's like, I'm not like completely against the Kai'Sa. It's just
We're actually getting
Yeah,
to
it's
Talia
risky,
angle here
yes, I agree.
for Knight. Getting Talia Victor. I think Victor's really good for caps, even though it... Yeah, I think... Well, with the Kai'Sa, it's kind of mismatched backline combos. Talia's not bad for Knight, though.
Because one of the other things here is, right, is like, we have asked... When we've seen G2 at their best over the last couple of days, it's been with bot lane winning hard via some value. And I don't think Rakan Nautilus is necessarily going to get you a win, if you know what I mean.
how bad is Silas here? Because you don't
Wait, for
like.
who? Oh, hang on, for
For
caps,
G2?
yeah, I mean, unless you pick it as BLG, yeah, that's fucking great, no? You can get the Vi and the Alistar, it's insane.
Yeah, you're getting Vi and Alistar ults here, and you're going to be able to get it through lane.
You can't go. You can't go. Well, Lissandra's actually not bad for GT, but then you'd have to blind pick it. Do you have to Silas here as BLG? I don't think you want to go Silas for Knight though here, do you? I mean, it's okay with a Rakan ult, but it's not. You're not seeing great stuff to steal right now. You don't have lane matchup to know. Well, you got top lane, but then I think that Silas is so big for caps, no?
Yeah, it's really scary. Oh, there's a Camille. Okay.
Camille's really good at locking down Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa can't jump around the fight. We get Love Camille in finals.
Yes!
That is so much dive.
The best mechanical.
Caps, I think Caps... Well, if you blind pick Silas, what's the worst matchup you could get?
I mean, it's just... I feel like
It's
Akali's
Knight,
gone.
Cassante, I really feel can't punish it. And also,
You could go something big brain like Morgana to say, well, you can't... You're gonna get Black Shield on the target you ult.
Yeah, but Knight plays Vex is the problem. That's the big one.
Well, I guess we don't see jungle matchup
Vex,
really there.
Vex absolutely annihilates Silas.
If you go Victor, this is now a Silas angle for Knight, I think.
Knight, yeah, now Knight has access.
I think Caps should have gone Silas and maybe just said, fuck the blind
Vex-
pick, I'll do it, make it work.
Oh,
It's a good front to back from GT.
This
There's a
is,
good chance that Vile Camille died in the so keep going. You go.
The Silas for Knight is crazy. Like,
Way
it's
is...
4 good ults.
oh
I
please
don't
don't
hate
do that.
TF with Camille, Cassiopeia, not bad into
Cassiopeia's
Kai'Sa.
tanky is the thing.
Yeah.
It's harder to one-shot the Cassio, and then once you fly in, once you get the ground on it, it's annoying. And also, if Vi ever ults anyone near the Cassiopeia, they die. It's just a harder combo to pull off because you need, realistically, you need something like Cassiopeia Flash. Camille being able to lock people down for the cast is also kind of annoying too. By the way, folks, gonna put an ad break now. If you want to hear us talk about draft, think about subscribing or you'll get hit by the adverts. And see you after the ad break.
One thing to consider.
Two things here. One, I don't think Vi will be able to do the early invades in the way they shouldn't have been doing the last 2 games. That is big for G2. However, the other side of that is I don't think G2 have necessarily drafted for early lane dominance, or at least early prio in either mid or bot, which I think has been pretty key to how they've been playing the games. Like, yes, I know it was the MF Nautilus game, but realistically, the MF Nautilus can still fight very early. I don't think that's necessarily true of a Kai'Sa and Rakan. And that, I think, is a very different look from G2, and that makes me a little nervous. But then I look at BLG, and again, Camille, Cassiopeia, not exactly the earliest game of champions there. So I think we're actually going to with a fairly mid-game heavy comp and play from both teams here, which I'm not entirely sure why that plays out, because it's not really the raison d'etre, although the kind of game plan for either of these squads for a little while.
Oh, one of the big things here, tell me if I'm wrong, is when you go in as Wukong, 1 second.
Who of the LPL and the LEC can fight first in this game?
I mean, BLG, as an organization, they've gone through so many different variations, and last year, I mean, we all remember it, I don't know, what's the right word? The number of junglers that they went through, it just felt...
The revolving door, yeah.
I mean, they tried so many different iterations, and they ultimately landed back on Shun, right? They realized that this was the man that kind of...
Wow, there was a lot of drama behind that. Okay, should we time up in-game? So I'm on 58, 59
I'm a second behind.
Minute 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that good, folks?
Yeah, I'm like a second ahead, so I'll pause, but yes.
All good. Okay, well, Camille Jax is... Camille Cassante is actually not as Camille-sided as many people think. You can definitely die as the Camille. Like right there, Bin doesn't actually get a good trade with his passive.
Okay. I mean, he has been smurfing it so far. Good thing for G2 though, no crazy level 1s happening, which has been something that BLG have been going for a lot.
Loses level 2. Both junglers pathing top to bots.
Will we conquer their
level 1 with the Kai'Sa Rakan. What's up?
Just tell me if you can end up hearing the Hoover. So question, see, tell me if I'm right. Wukong's recasting of ult counts like when he dashes forward. If he's in miasma, he can't do that.
He can cast the ult. The ult's not the ult spin is not the movement.
Yeah, he can still recast ult, but he can't do like the W. Like he can't W.
No, you can't W. You can't W or E while you're in miasma. Yeah.
Okay.
Cap's using all of his mana for laning phase, whatever. That's fine. He just wants the bag for the tier. 15 will give him tier.
I think you mean
fine.
Knight, but yeah.
Sorry, yeah, Knight. I can't remember who. That one. Skewmond leashed red. Bot lane push in allows them to do that. So Shin's actually getting invaded this time. Better jungle start for G2.
Because that's huge. The last 2 games have been big on that front going wrong.
Yeah. They
There's
lose
fight
push
over
in
this.
bot lane now, though. Now there's actually a fight in jungle, no? Isn't there? Hang on, there's a Q. Shun hits the... Is there a smite from Shun? No, he doesn't.
Stole it. And
oh my god, no! Skewmond!
He's got it.
Skewmond got it. Skewmond got it.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah.
Oh, the...
Knight has to flash for it, but does get it.
But he gets the double buffs off it, so now Knight has double buff early on, and he's come back with tier.
Oh my god,
that's not worth it at all from them.
Okay, correct from Labrov.
I don't think they kill.
Dance.
I don't think
yeah, they do.
Shit, they do. The Q hit. Oh, it's so over. So, folks, Knight, when he was in LSPL, which was the precursor to LDL, was known as a Orochimaru because he was a bit of a Cassio one-trick at that point, back in, like, 2018. Like, he doesn't play it that often anymore, but he is, like, he has a history on this champion.
Yeah, so he's, the whole thing of, like, Knight's Cassio is he stopped playing it in TES because I think he thought it was a bad Karsa.
Oh, Crescent, was it?
No, Karsa.
Karsa, right.
Yeah, Karsa like stopped from playing it, and then when Fearless came back around, like Knight started playing it again.
It is worth noting that last name Damn Squid actually Knight got massive lead over Cav. So this went down to so low HP, man. I thought he might miss the red buff there.
Get in range as quickly as possible. Knight commits his flash as well, and then this was the decision. Scumon's realizing with the bot lane collapsing through, and Kai'Sa.
Oh, this is so doomed now.
I feel like I have to go for a 1-for-1, but then On makes the smart decision saying, I still have my heal.
Yeah, the red buff, the red buff, blue buff as well means that Knight just has infinite spell cast. Bot lane's not going too bad actually for G2. Gets the double knock up in the picture-in-picture. Oh, no, it didn't work out as well there. I mean, hands is even. My problem is, if Knight gets really fed really early and gets to an early Seraph's Roa, I think once you get to Seraph's Roa, I don't think G2 have the damage to kill him. Knight is actually in kill threat range here. Wait, did they spot Schemon? They spotted Schemon, right?
Yeah, there's a wall. This is like the
I just didn't know if you have the wall. Oh, he has. Oh, they literally have wards on both sides of it. So now Schemon's on full vision again.
So BLG plant this ward. Do you see this one left off the bush?
Yeah.
Yeah. BLG plant this ward almost every single game.
I'm surprised that G2 haven't scouted that between games and said they're spotting you from this.
Yeah, you can actually you can sweeper that ward almost every single time and it'll be there because Knight places it all the time. Now one of the problems is like it creates a game in and of itself because you then need to like appear to like sweep it, but you know what I mean, it produces its own problem. But
Bin's actually got a really good wave state topside and is already ahead of BB, so he's going to be about 10 CS up. Knight has the 2 kills and he has double buffs. He's stacking up tier. He's completely happy with that. As soon as you get your... So he's had like a full set of lane... He's like had a full phase of lane with double buffs, which means that he's had the HP regen and the mana regen from it. So he's been able to stack up his tier really well. He's been able to earn a spell cast. And he's not gone back for something like an... He'll come back now with a like a catalyst, right? And boots. So he's really happy. He's really, really happy.
On is probably the 3rd or 2nd best thing in the world. Alistar in the world.
Yeah, On is the best Alistar in the world, I think. Yeah, this guy flips matchups in ways which I just didn't think were possible.
I think the guy on Hamwa, I always forget his name.
Oh, Delight. He's really good when he's at peak, yeah.
Delight is like I think right now on form. Yeah, like right now on form, On's the best, but Delight's the other candidate I always think of.
Bin's in a bit of trouble here, actually.
Okay, sorry. I don't think Ben is the best Camille of all time, but I think he's the best mechanical Camille.
Decision making is not always there. Very good miasma time. Dragon for free. Oh, there's no flash on Caps. He wasn't facing towards him. Exhaust is down. I mean, Caps is out of lane. Wait, is he? No, I don't think he even is, actually. He can still farm okay. He's got... yeah, pot.
Is this a Q-max lane on Cassio? Does anyone know? Because
I don't think you should. There's enough melees that you want to be E-spamming. I mean, typically against mages, Q-max is really, really good. So for the if you're specifically going against Cassio, yeah, Q-max is actually really good. Because you outrange his Q, so if you trade E for Q, I think you can actually work if that Q. What is On?
You are.
What is On doing? He is a psychopath! He is a psychopath!
Labrov?
On is like...
Oh, Labrov's alive, and now On's dead.
Oh, it's
that might actually just throw the early game lead. Hang on. Nice getting upon the turret. Nice getting upon the turret. BB gets the angle on him. What did On just do? What did On just do?
On!
What have you done?
Oh, where's the clip? Where's the clip?
Fucking hell, man. I just tweeted it.
It's like,
No, absolutely no need for that at all.
What do we do?
I love this player, but he is an absolute psycho.
That's so
yes,
funny,
it
man.
is.
That's so funny.
Yes, it is.
That's such a funny way for Knight to die as well.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's like, well, we're fucking... I mean, even if you just get the 1 kill on Labrov, though, it's not worth it, by the way. That's just so dumb. So who gets the kills? Knight's still ahead. BB and Skewmon get a kill each. There's a bunch of flashes.
I swear to God, if this forces a game 5 and they lose the final on that play, like
that's so funny.
It would be so.
It's just the game you get into with On. Oh my God, there's a really big On fan in one of our YouTube chats. Is like, it's not his fault his team are trash, and I'm like, that one buddy. I'm so Sorry, the copium is like seeping out of the screen. Like, On's fantastic. He's the best support at the event, I think, but like, that one is very much on him.
I think I've watched like every single game of On's career.
Having that momentum, having that impetus,
I think I can pinpoint some moments.
The whole game, it's been on and Shun going into Scumon's jungle saying,
I've seen some things.
Yes, haven't we all?
Attack ships on the shore.
Hans is actually in a pretty good spot here, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
he is. He got 2 kills from that, so that was huge.
Yeah, Hans in a really good
Kai'Sa
spot.
with mid-game kills? I think I remember this concept.
Yeah.
The thing is like once Ben comes into the game, it gets a little bit complicated.
Yeah, and like if he goes onto Rakan, Victor, CC, he loses a fight. So Ben needs to choose his angles well, and actually this year, in 2025, he wasn't necessarily doing that very well. But this is one of those situations where, remember, like in semis against JDG when they, when Akali Knight had Akali and they had no CC into it, and it's like, oh no, G2, sorry, against GENG, it was like they just didn't have the CC to deal with both of them.
Yes.
Eventually, the Camille does pause it.
Am I correct in saying now they've taken the attack speed bonus off landing the E? So now you get the attack speed bonus when you land on Camille, regardless of whether or not you hit it?
I thought it's still when you hit a champion, but it was. Why do you think G2 gave Jax earlier? There were too many things to give, and they thought that Sion would be able to. They thought eventually it would be front to back Sion buying space, and you could see actually there were points like that one Baron play which G2 had where they actually managed to disengage everyone pretty well. They just fell too far behind too early. I think that it all fell apart through the jungle matchup where Scumon couldn't get any impact and was spotted the whole game, allowed them to isolate the lanes.
So like, I mean, he used to be, I want to say it was a Camille one trick.
Yes, he was very. Love Camille.
Back in the day, but like, this is just one of the champions that he became so synonymous with.
Love Camille was his solo key name.
I mean, it makes sense that he
Victor upgrades Accelerate as well. Yeah, for sure. 3 kill participation upgrades the upgrades. Increases the rate at which you're getting the upgrades. Bin might die for this. Oh, he doesn't get over the wall. He's dead. Not too bad. He doesn't get... Okay. Well, that's a misjudgment. Well, I'm not really sure why Bin is proxying there while his team is pushing into inner turret on the other side. I think maybe BLG thought that G2 would be protecting the dive, so Bin would be happy to do that. But they didn't have information to say that, so Bin was just didn't have the information to make that play.
Lacked the critical information.
Yep.
We're gonna try and kill Camp here.
Don't think they can they?
And unfortunately, Scumon gets punished, loses his flash, loses the ult, does die.
Nice about third of a level down. Probably because of Knight having to recall off. Well, he died in that topside play.
Okay, G2 have wrestled control of the early game.
They have. They've got slight gold lead. If they get the dragon here, they're actually feeling pretty okay. If BLG could hold dragon pressure over them, Knight might die here.
Might. Oh, nice caps.
What is
nice
what is Knight doing? What is Knight doing? Just flash early, no?
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually okay now. This is actually fine.
Scumon!
Yeah.
Oh my god, they don't even kill him. They don't even kill him. Oh my god. What is Knight doing in mid though?
Don't know, he's having an absolute mare.
That's just like such
he's had a
freebie
couple
too.
games this tournament.
The thing is like if you can punish the flash being down on caps, it's fine. And in fairness, like if Camille can then jump onto him the next fight with ult, that's huge. But
you burn flash on Vi and Cassiopeia. It's not like they want to lose those summoners either.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that the Victor without flash is actually a bigger deal. It's a bigger deal than a solo kill, but giving the kill after is not good at all.
That's not great.
Good job, Caps. Good laning to this.
Hans had to play
and in fairness, between the Annie game and that slight problem there, they're like,
no, Knight's not had a fantastic finals, no. Yeah, that topside river play really hurt Knight. I really don't know why he thought he was going to live there.
I don't know, like, if he's quicker with these buttons, he can, like, actually ult Caps under the turret. Like,
maybe, I don't know about that, actually. Maybe. That's a very good response from Scumon and Lavrov.
It does Scumon and Lavrov
flash.
It does, but I think, again, you're a Khan, you can afford to burn that, and that's the right thing to do.
if Knight flashes back and ults and Caps follows him with his own flash, he might actually
worth
just, like,
noting that Knight was probably the best player in that 24 Worlds Finals, so that's not the finals you think about. MSI Finals from 24, maybe you think about. Worlds Finals actually was very, very good for Knight.
It actually, like, bro, it actually wasn't even bad in that, like, in that MSI
He was the best player in
finals.
that finals, I think.
What do you call it? The fact that he's playing against...
Caps actually shouldn't be. I don't think Caps is very happy
On's gone.
On didn't pop ult early enough. That was really... now Viper does have ult.
He's got flash and ult.
No one else is coming down from him. This should be a kill. No one's coming down from him. Knight... Well, I don't think Knight TP'd early enough, did he?
He should fend it, but they burnt TP.
Miasma, and what's Shun? What's Shun?
Skewman has flash. That's a very good miasma. Very, very good miasma. Very, very good. Hands. We actually might go game 5 here. We actually might go game 5. This is actually game 5 now. I think this is legit game 5 now.
Holy moly, we're getting a game 5.
I think we're actually getting game 5.
BLG box is gone.
Hands is 4-0-1.
Yeah, Hands is super fucking fed then. This is actually a game 5 now.
And like again, additional point here. BB's 2-0, Scumon's 2-1. They are legitimate additional threats.
Yeah,
when you are Kasante and Wukong can be threatening, that's a big deal in this game.
On just has to pop ult
yeah,
early.
he did.
He just eats all of the damage from
This is my problem with like Vi. If the follow-up damage
really lovely from Shun.
I actually thought Knight's damage is kind of crazy here. Oh, very good step.
Sorry, Kira, I overspoke you there, but I was just very impressed with Skewmon choosing to turn around there, saying, actually, I've still got ult, we can play this. Because the miasma is there to stop him running away, and he says, well, I'm not running away then.
How does Viper not connect on that play?
I think he was late moving up, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know, actually.
If
I need to go back and look what he's doing.
If he's just there from the start, when they all, like, dogpile in.
Ouch.
Yeah. Chaos Storm down. It's actually not too bad.
As much as Viper has done great in this lane.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. This is the Kai'Sa thing, though. Kai'Sa's ability. We saw Elk have this happen all the time as well. Like, you'd be down 20 CS or Gala's the same, and that's fine because as Kai'Sa, you can just join a play with a W or an R.
I genuinely don't think like BLG had to be this flippy. Like they've got a ticking time bomb in the top lane, and they're not good. They're not allowed the community to be bridged in.
He's gonna get pulled out of turret hit. This is flash down from Ben, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh shit, man, BV, crazy. And
hey, Al, can I just check your timer, please?
10, 11,
okay, I'm a couple seconds ahead. I'll pause.
Well, I told you the timer at the start of the game, and mine hasn't changed.
I did,
so.
and I. To be fair, that's the reason I'm double checking because I thought I was on timer with you, and I wasn't.
Mine just keeps on going slow. I have no idea what's wrong.
I think G2 should finish from here. They're very I think this is a very stat check game where you need to have. I mean, maybe Viper can carry. In fairness, Xayah is really, really strong in this kind of game. Like if you engage too hard onto someone besides Viper and he gets a huge feather pullback, maybe he just wins the game. But yeah, I think it's really hard for BLG's front line to play this game now. Alistair really hates playing into initial CC plus Victor because you can cleanse the first bit, then you're in the grab field and you're just like, what do I do?
Is that like the prequel to initial D?
Skewmon doesn't have flash. He's on the miasma. No blast card.
Whoa.
That's a really good pick. Very good pick. Very good pick. That's
that
gold lead and jungle gone.
That's top turret. That's first turret.
Please stop. Please stop that. There's no need to be doing that.
Shouldn't.
I think it's okay for
he's got on a Knight behind him.
I think it's okay for
it gets them first turret.
Bin's now ahead in gold on BB. That's a big gold swing.
Yeah, that's the gold lead largely gone. Can you get Dragon off this from G2 to at least get second Dragon?
Well, because Skewmon died, they can't do it. Shit, Caps doesn't get tower by the time anyone else gets down here.
They've got no grub, so yeah, no way happening.
2 items on hands, that's fucking...
This is, well, if BB gets to this Hydra before, like...
4th Dragon, like...
Yeah, something, yeah, this is gonna start...
He's not gonna get
really second item...
Wait, is he
recalled
yet?
It's gonna start getting... No, he's not.
Okay. He doesn't have a Seekers, so he's a little easier to dive right now.
This is super
scary.
This is super scary. If like Ben finds like a timer here.
There's a really good teleport angle for the Kasante behind this next dragon fight, by the way. It's like 3
How
good
is Skewmon... Because of Skewmon's death there, he's only like 300 gold ahead despite Shun being 1-4-1.
It's because the shutdown just went on to Shun.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
That's literally what I said.
Yeah, so now we've got the dragon. Okay.
in the driver's
Does Camille get
seat
second
here.
item and does he come down to the plane? No, he doesn't.
It's likely to be given, but we'll see if BLG...
Yeah, I guess BLG didn't have vision control and they'd rather be farming waves.
Okay, so yeah, he's hit it before 20 minutes, so that's pretty terrifying.
I mean, I don't think
just-
Camille is like as instant win late game as. I mean, this is a pretty good shadow.
No.
Actually.
But it does allow Ben to split push, and he is probably the
Oh.
BLG are the sole good split pushing team in the world right now.
This is really good.
Hang on.
This is
that's
a really
all.
good play. Very good play.
And now
Nicely done.
Very, very good pick. I have to say,
The side lane plays.
G2 have looked bad when like Labrov gets picked on cooldown, and in fairness, he's been playing really well this game. But what can you against that?
And here is like this is now who do they leave here? They're going to reassign Ben, and no, sorry, Knight. Sorry, Knight's going to TP.
Teleport to the side to collect the next wave. BLG need to not die here, but it's very hard for them to engage without the Rakan. Oh, by the way, Carrix, which was it? Which was the AD carry that you loved and which one you hated? Was it the Kai'Sa or the Xayah? Which one was you really loved and which one you really hated?
That's more a Yulwei thing.
Oh shit!
Yulwei,
Right.
Yulwei is a massive
one of them.
Xayah lover and
Right.
a Kai'Sa despiser.
Right.
Marby also despises.
Is that just
Kai'Sa.
because
You were the
Vietnamese
Kindred
teams
enjoyer
always
and
played
Silas.
Kai'Sa?
Correct.
And that just goes to show G2
Correct.
VCS is like, it didn't matter whether she was Adamant or not. Kai'Sa angle.
Oh, we jam Kai'Sa. No, I play the top side of the map, so I don't care about it.
Right, okay.
I just want them to pick Set and Mordekaiser. and they don't
Kindred,
do it.
Silas,
Right.
Yulwei was Lilia.
Yeah, Yulwei was a big
No.
lure.
Yeah.
Still, fun fact.
Yeah.
We were the English cast for the first ever professional Lilia game.
Oh, the Watch Out Eep, yeah.
It was released during the winter split for VCS.
Right. Oh, because you had the extra split. The
No other-
yeah.
no other region was playing.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny as heck. What a dumb name to say when casting. I love it.
Yet to find an assist
So
from
stupid.
Bill, but he is a full level over Hunt.
Okay, so gold is actually back to relatively even.
Yeah.
Vedu was just highlighting the XP lead for Viper, which is pretty big.
Oh,
actually.
what the hell?
What is? Hang on, Labrov dies here, no? Doesn't Labrov die here? Onto the Masmer again. This is just happening again. Doesn't
He's
face
out.
him this
He's out.
time.
He's out.
What is Labrov doing? What is
Oh,
Labrov
why'd you
doing?
go back in? Okay, bloody hell, guys.
I think on.
Yeah, but the problem is, look how much they had to move, and then Ben's just...
Yeah,
That's
they
a good
just
point,
get-
actually.
they just get
Ben's
a turret
slow
for
there.
this.
In fact, actually with the HP
He's got
advantage,
grubs.
there's actually a chance that they just push mid, no?
Yeah,
There's a
they've
Herald
got...
for G2, but they don't want to use
They
that
need
for
to
anything yet.
use it.
Oh, wow, they're using it for counter push.
Yeah, they can get mid
'cause I think
turret
they would
from it.
lose
They'll
mid
get mid
turret if they...
turret.
Well, no, maybe not, because Victor was there for wave clear. I thought Labrov would die for free there, man. Guess not.
Azel's calling it outright. There's double summoners down for hands for that.
It's costly.
That does it. Hang on, they don't get to use put this as a turret now. They don't get to put this in turret.
Nope.
Oh,
Gravity
that's
field.
really annoying. Dragon's not up for another 2 anyway. Knight has empowered recall. He gets Seraph's back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is by the way, is it Death Dance here for Ben? Like, do you go Death Dance, Mortal, like...
You probably go Starax
or,
for
like-
the CC, for the tenacity.
Starax, yeah.
Yeah, so you go Sterax, then you go, like, so you go Sterax here, and you're a very, very sad group of people.
Yeah, Sterax, GA, and you're very annoying.
So it's a big part of the game here for Knight. Caps has gone in towards what could be a Zonia's or just a pit stop for that Seekers, and then if he
I think
doesn't
Cap should go
have
full
bomb,
Zonias into this comp.
Death Cap or a Shadow Flame or whatever
I think Hansama should go fucking full Zonias.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, it's genuinely a great option. I think you third item whatever. And
I think
third item
Labrov should
terminus.
build
Labrov
Zonias.
should do it,
I think
actually, yeah.
I think Labrov should build
Yeah.
Zonias as well.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Okay,
probably not on
Fight
Wise.
over Dragon in a minute is fucking huge. Viper is going to be pretty strong for that. He's going to get mid turret, so he's going to get turret gold from that too.
G2 got no turrets yet.
No. Worth noting that Caps is actually ahead of XP from Knight, even though Knight has Rod of Ages. Getting a lot more farm. Yeah, I know that Hans is going Dusk and Dawn. It gives you the AP upgrade on.
It is
third
very
item.
nice on hands, to be fair, but
This with Camille is so problematic in these like situations. They have to like go and try and kill Knight, but in top side is a little bit warded.
Oh.
like as long as Bin doesn't get caught in a side lane, he's just going to be permanently threatening a tier 2, and that's just a lot of extra gold.
This is actually a pretty big Ocean Soul game, actually, with Dante Wukong.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't think it matters for BLG, but if G2 get it, it's actually game winning. Okay, so we're getting recalls for big items now. I didn't see if Camille got like a third item off of this. Maybe he did
No,
for the
I
outside
don't-
farm.
I don't think so. She's got a part complete.
But Viper's got the pen component.
Yeah, she's got tunnel. Tunneler.
No, Viper has Last Whisper.
Yep.
Yeah, last Whisper.
No, it's Sam at the same tunnel.
So no, I was saying for Bin.
Right, yeah, we were talking about Viper. Okay, so
Sorry.
Dragon's up now. Well, all the big odds are that this is actually really on execution.
Knight?
Okay, he's fine.
Whoa, I thought that gravity field was going to pink him off there, I'm not going to lie.
He had flash, and honestly, there was not enough follow-up there. He can also teleport into the play too if things go badly enough.
Oh, here we go. Like Ben's now just sitting in like really annoying pockets in the dark.
But if Ben goes first, I think it's a mistake, no? I think Ben needs to go second.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And again, I think the 5v5s have been a lot harder than these side lane collapses.
That's a teleport. No, it's a Cassante, it's fine.
The Cassante teleport for what?
Just be here, specifically. He wants to be in the mid lane, help get shoved and get into this river.
They can get onto river first now because of that.
They will lose tier 2 for this. They will lose tier 2 for this.
Do they rush Baron if G2 go Dragon? I guess they do. This is where BLG make mistakes, though.
Yeah, but G2 burn the extra teleport for that. Yeah, so now G2 don't get mid prior, don't get Baron prior, and I'll need to start Dragon. They need to do something.
Be careful here. Ben's going to die if they overcommit. I'm not
he knows
sure
they're there. He knows they're there. They can't kill him. And they're going to start
double
Baron.
teleport. Oh, no, they can't. They can't double teleport.
Yeah,
Ben
they
can't
just
get there
can't
in time.
TP.
So then it's a question of what does Ben do here? I think this is really risky for BLG, no?
They just run around like madmen.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
Can Camille get back to the base?
Yeah. She can get over the play.
Skewmon has flash. This is actually a Baron steal angle.
They've got miasma.
They've just leashed it.
They leashed it to him.
They have.
Oh
my god.
Oh my god, Shun gets it. Oh, that's so fucking close. So how many people get out with it? Is it 2? Is it 3 out or 2? I think it's 3 out.
3, but they will lose Dragon.
Teleport back in from Knight, is it?
BB?
Yeah.
Oh, he missed it!
Yeah, is what it is. Do they get mid turret? I don't think they do. Not with Knight with so much HP.
Yeah.
Dragon started
Dragon.
now. They got Baron on 3 people. That was a mess. This is where BLG normally muck up, like bad.
They kind of did.
They're teleporting in. This is
I
a
don't know about
3v4. Bin isn't here. Bin isn't here. Bin isn't here.
He is now. He is now.
Nice.
Oh, he missed, is he? He's going to get onto Skewmon nonetheless.
He has flash, it's fine. He has flash. Oh, that's a teleport. That's a teleport.
behind.
Oh my god, the teleport. That's the Alistar flank. That's the Alistar teleport.
Oh, boy. Ben's going again.
Oh, that's huge. If they kill Hans. Oh, that's it. That's actually it. That's actually it.
GG.
Oh my god, that's fucking it. That's actually just game.
I had a feeling this Camille was going to be way more of a problem.
Love Camille, man. Love Camille.
Yeah. This is the problem. Like, that's why I was so frustrated.
That's actually the whole series. BLG got their first fucking international win after fucking years of trying. That is... we have sat here watching this team fall inches short like a billion times.
And they done it with Knight being absolutely pedestrian.
Yeah.
5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, he's clapping that. Yeah, you should be clapping, Knight. You're lucky.
BLG's first international win.
Well done, boys.
I was so surprised they won that last game. BLG. Well, folks, if you'd like to see more of this international title winning, well, if you want to see the best region in the world play, come watch our co-stream. Come learn about BLG. Come learn about JDG. If you've enjoyed watching BLG, if you've enjoyed watching the LPL teams at this event, come watch us. Come learn about this region. It's fucking great, folks. You won't regret it. You will not regret coming to watch the LPL. It is a fantastic region to watch. Guys, I think we need to decide our God King tier for this tournament.
It should have been.
No, I think it was just by the end of that game there, by the series, Ben. I don't think Ben had a single bad game.
Should have had a rough last game. But okay. To be fair, I still think it shouldn't have been. I think Om needs his own Jester tier.
Yes.
Congrats. And again, BLG, we said it was going to be a problem for G2 stylistically, the matchup. But in fairness, they were in a very good position that game and then made some really unfortunate mistakes back-to-back. Skewmon getting caught, the fumble around that last Dragon, not getting the Baron steal. There's just some little bits that cost them when they got a little bit stressed and panicked. And basically, Bin kept asking questions of them on the Camille, and they just didn't quite manage it well enough.
One thing that I'd like just to mention here is how much well improved is BLG's drafting, by the way.
So much better. I talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
Big time. And I think Danny's playing with the champion pools really, really well. Like, if you are able to pull out things like the Camille and flex it, the Anivia and flex it, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh my god. Honestly, folks, just come watch LPL. Come watch LPL. It's a fucking great region. You won't regret it. I love watching this team.
Look at Shun's grin!
Guys, I now have to do something very dangerous, which is open the door and look at a lot of very disappointed GT fans.
Oh.
Thank you very much for having me on, boys.
No, thanks for coming on, Carrick. Thanks for coming on.
A pleasure, a pleasure.
Obviously, stick around.
Alex,
I'm going to stick around for the interviews
stuff. If you want to watch the slightly worse region, you can watch LCP.
True.
Viper now the back-to-back first-stand champion, by the way.
Of all the moves,
yep.
Of all the moves during the crazy off-season, it's Viper that finds this home first. That he went to BLG because he wanted to play with Knight specifically, and he got his rewards. He got he basically made the. It's crazy. A Korean player who has obviously could basically pick whatever Korean teammates he wants, chose to go to the LPL to try and make the best team, and they have actually made the best team. It's the start of the year.
Yeah.
By result, maybe not by eye test, but by result, BLG are the best team. That's crazy.
I'm just so glad that LPL finally gets an international title again, man. Like, we have suffered so much in this region with, like, obviously the broadcast going, with, you know, the JDG Super Team obviously falling apart, falling so short, just like so close to the title. It's genuinely been such a long wait, waiting for LPL to be, well, I mean, we are for now best region in the world. For now. Will that last? Of course, that ever changes. But for now, we're the best region in the world. It feels like we have sat here waiting for a long ass time. The last time that like LPL were the best region in the world was when I first started casting the region. We've had a couple of dark years, folks.
Can I just say Che is back on the team as well, the other coach.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Who was the coach from Billy Gaming the first time. So he was a coach from like 2018 to like 2022 or something.
Yeah.
So he was with Tabby, right? So he's like and now he's with Denny. So he came back to the team after going to top Esports.
Oh, it's so cool that they immediately go to meet the fans, actually. That's a really nice touch as well. Let them have their signatures. That's really cool.
Is that's BLG's first international win, isn't it?
Yes, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Remember that, like, the last time we won it was JDG 23 MSI.
Yeah.
By the way, and this is
say good night. It's 3:30 in the morning.
No worries. Thank you so much for Carrick. It's very cool to hang out.
Have a good one.
See
you, Carrick.
Yeah, same to you. Have a good one.
Yeah, shout out to Carrick. Carrick is one of the LCP English play-by-plays, so watch the LCP English broadcast to catch more. Carrick is a very cool person. Known him for years, and hope that things go well for your next split. All right, see you in a bit, buddy.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the craziest bit of narrative ever? Nobody can prepare for it.
Yeah.
Right? So first, the one that I always tell people is that like Canyon is younger than Kanave, something like that. It's crazy, right? That's the first one, right? The second one is, does everyone here know that Ben's only 22?
Yeah, he's super young. Remember, he was in.
Wow, he started when he was like 17,
he was
didn't he?
in World's 2020 finals with Suning. Remember that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the last time he won an international was the fake MSI, okay, and that was 4
With
years
RNG,
ago. With RNG, and he was 18. So he has had a 4-year international drought. You know what I mean? And the heartbreak of Worlds. Remember, Ben has lost 2023, because remember, he played against Knight, so he lost 2023 MSI, 2024 MSI, and Worlds 2020, and Worlds 2024. So he's had lost 4 international finals. And now he's got a new
And then to win in the way that he did, with the Camille being such a problem, right? Great side lane ganks, great side lane pressure. Dragged him all over the map on his pick, on the Love Camille champion.
Guys, BLG are now the only org in League of Legends history to lose every major international event in the grand finals. They lost MSI 2017 finals, Worlds 2019 finals, First Stand 2026 finals. Look, guys, I mean, okay, we're obviously very BLG focused here because, I mean, I'm wearing the jersey. We've been focused around LPL for a very long time. G2 played incredible this tournament. Halfway through this event, people are saying this, just cut them out of the event. NA versus EU, we need Rift Rivals back because honestly, there's no point playing between these big regions anymore. G2, I think, gave a lot of hope. Again, I know it sucks to lose in the finals like this, but they played well in finals. This was actually a winnable finals. They lost, yes, it's heartbreak. Again, yes, but I think G2, again, just revitalizing much in the same way that KC, like, first hand last year, G2 in years before, and MSI 2019, Worlds 2019, and places like that. These results, you cannot take them for granted. I'm really happy about G2's performance this event. Also, shout out to G2 as well for putting Sam and I up in here at the office and taking care of us for this whole week. You know, they've been making sure we've had coffee, Red Bull, food. It's been really kind of them.
Good company.
It's been very good company. I really appreciate the good sports that G2 have been for the library to wear the BLG shirt and hit too.
Well, I've got something for G2. I think you can actually start talking. Is Skewmond a top 5 player in the world?
Yes. I think that Skewmond may be, well, I think he's a top 3 jungler minimum. I think he was incredible this tournament.
Like, as I'm saying, by performance aggregate of, like, at tournament end, you know what I mean? Like, it's
really,
like
really excellent.
Really,
yeah, and again, like, and the games that he was put behind were so instrumental to G2 losing games 2 and 3, because basically BLG put everything in the kitchen sink into making sure Skewmond did not get to play the game.
This definitely is still BLG that you know and love.
All right, Alex.
Obviously that meter moves, but brilliant. Thanks for having me on, guys.
No worries. I'm gonna watch the interviews. I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna say hi to some of the folks there, and I guess, folks, then we'll determine. We'll finish off the fraud wall. I'll make one or two last changes. If anyone wants to add anything onto the fraud wall, you let me know. We'll take one last picture for the event, and then we'll put our God King tier in, and then anyone else can make any adjustments they want.
And I think, Alex, of that as well, I probably ought to get out of here.
No worries, Sam. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks, Kira, as well.
Guys.
I know Kira just hopped out as well. Follow EuroLeague on Rich's Wrath on YouTube to find more of Kira and I. And for Sam and I, we're here all the time. Sam has his own socials as well.
Yeah, at Initialise, Cass with an S, not a Z in Initialise, because I am British. Make sure you get that one. And I will see you all live on my own channel. Until then, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I shall bid you all adieu.
See you in a bit, folks. See you in a bit. Okay, right. I'm going to stick around for the interviews, and we'll turn it up.
To win this tournament.
Yeah, wholeheartedly agree. And it is a difficult choice. You know, Shun, really big game, really big series. Bin as well.
Really it's between Bin and Shun for the finals and for the tournament, I think.
For player of this series, but I would not be mad with other votes.
Spoiler, so did I.
It's Shun or Bin.
You know, the Jackson,
that Camille was insanely good.
So impactful, but it was a tough call.
When he teleported in at that last dragon, and you saw the flank from Camille, I was like, okay, yep, he's gonna like two-shot somebody right now. Went right at him, and then they just snowball and just win the game right off of that. Continue pushing.
Guys, I haven't heard you talk about On, because for me, when I think about BLG, when I think about the inconsistencies of BLG, last year, especially despite the jungle changes, it was On the support next to Elk, who was often on and off, committing those FC, but I feel like he's been crisp, he's been fantastic this tournament.
I feel like On is a microcosm for BLG as a whole, right? Like, even in just this game, you saw him go a little bit too far, and you saw him make some really crucial plays. And in the series leading up to this, we also got to see him pulling out the Anivia support earlier in the series, pulling out the Shen support. So he's just been really flexible and really on at this tournament.
Such a huge playmaker for the team, and such a versatile champion pool. He can take champions from other roles that opponents might want to use in Fearless. And from this game in particular, I think the Alistar heal speed up to go get the extra kill onto Caps after in the early game was critical from him.
Oh my God, guys! It feels like I've just kind of deflated a little now, because like that tension of like BLG finally getting their title.
Such big congratulations to this team. The organization, you know, getting their international.
I'm really happy for them. I'm really happy for LPL. I'm really happy for BLG. You guys know how many hours we put into this region, you know.
Title for so long, been so close to getting it. Lots
like,
of finals.
You know how much time Sam and I put into this region. I've cast thousands of LPLs. No one has cast more League of Legends than I have in the last 3 years. No one's cast more LPL than I have in the last 3 years. And like, it definitely felt like I was definitely nose on the grindstone for a while. And watching this team finally raise that title, it's so cool to have been following those stories to this point. Oh, I feel bad for Elk. Elk should have been there.
Do meu lado tá a Wendy. Ela vai fazer a tradução para todos vocês e vamos conversar com todos eles agora. Eu vou começar então perguntando aqui para o Shun, porque assim como a gente tem falado aqui ao longo do campeonato, a LPL ela não levanta um troféu internacional desde 2023. Então a gente vai começar com o Shun perguntando como é que ele se sente, né? Shun, Congratulations on winning. Speaking about the region, LPL, you hadn't lifted an international trophy since 2023. So how does it feel? How does it mean to you to bring it back now?
首先，恭喜你们获得全球先锋赛的冠军。我们的采访从我们的打野选手勋开始。其实我们所有的问题界条从赛区开始聊起。LPL 来讲，他们上一个的冠军已经是23年的 MSI。那么在这一次再次的在全球的观众面前捧起属于 LPL 的奖杯，有什么样的感受？同时，对于你来讲，有什么样的意义呢？
就特别开心吧，因为。 其实，在最近这1-2年成绩不太好嘛，然后回到 BLG 之后，大家整体都玩得特别好，然后配合啊默契也特别高。然后我想说的是，我们应该是最好的团队。我自己的话，我觉得教练组其实带领队伍的帮我挺大的，他其实对我的个人复盘是比较多的，然后我自己也吸收了挺多的，然后成长也挺多的。
So I must say I'm super happy, super excited at this moment, and also for the previous maybe 2 years we don't have a very good result, a very good performance on the stage. But coming back to BLG, we were able to really build a very strong bond. We were able to really have a very good synergy, the good performance. I'd like to give all my appreciation to all the fans and also all my teammates here. And also,
thank you everyone.
I would like to give a credit to our coaching staff, Danny, as well.
Danny was so good this tournament.
He's always the one gave me the very detailed feedback and helped me a lot, really, to make my personal growth and improvements. So I like to give my appreciation to all of you, and definitely this champion is so meaningful for me.
Ele falou aqui que realmente eles não tiveram uma boa performance nesses 2 anos, quase 3 anos, né? Mas que eles criaram laço tão forte assim que foi essencial também para essa volta por cima. E ele falou e agradeceu muito o Danny e toda a coaching staff aí da BLG por ter dado essa volta por cima.
We're the best region in the world again, folks.
Porque a gente perguntou isso para ele, a gente falou com ele sobre isso. Ele é o cara que levantou, trouxe esse troféu internacional em 2023.
Everyone come watch LPL. Tell your friends to come watch LPL.
E aí ele está aqui de novo trazendo um outro troféu. Então eu vou perguntar para ele que as pessoas aqui no Brasil inclusive consideram ele um dos melhores do mundo. O que ele acha disso? So Knight, you lifted the trophy back in 2023, and now you've done it.
It's crazy that they did this without Knight being in the form of his life. The only time where this has really happened for LPL in the recent history is when Knight has been on form, and he really wasn't on form today.
接下来要问一下我们的中路选手 Knight，23年的时候你捧起了那座国际赛事的奖杯。
Oh, thank you so much for the gift sub there, Zerif to Amber. Appreciate you so much.
很多巴西的粉丝朋友们称赞你是世界上最好的中路选手，你有什么样的感想？
You're very kind, Zerif.
对此有什么想说的吗？
You know what that means? Okay, what are you doing on the fraud wall?
国际赛冠军吧，就我也非常开心吧，就主要是自己职业打这么久，状态打得比较好吧。我觉得这只是开始，
Labrov is back to fraud. Sorry, God. You can move him down a little bit, Zerif. You can move him down a little bit.
I'm really happy
oh, you did 3. So he's up in his own tier.
With LPL, representing LPL,
it's going to purgatory.
To lift this trophy once again on the international stage. But I like to say we're not going to be satisfied with what we have achieved now.
Yeah, they shouldn't be. Go forwards from here. This isn't the end.
We still have a long
BLG have made a super team. Get some results with it.
Really maintain very good performance and very good momentum on the stage to show all of you.
Ele falou que ele fica
I mean, I'm still proud of GT. I'm still genuinely proud of them. This wasn't a blowout finals. This was a winnable finals.
Mas a jornada aí deles é ainda longa nesse ano. Ele falou que tem ainda MSI, tem ainda
third international title for Viper, Worlds 21 and 2 first stands.
Títulos aqui para a região. Falando agora com o Viper, ele de novo é bicampeão aqui, gente. Esse é o segundo título dele aqui no First Stand. E aí ele veio com toda essa pressão também de talvez defender esse título, né? Como é que ele enxerga esse momento? So Viper, the only 2-time First Stand champion, you came in with all the pressure as the defending one and you delivered. So the only one, how special is this moment?
那接下来问一下我们的 AD 选手 Viper， 连续2年全球先锋赛的冠军，相信可能来到这里的时候也会带着一些的重担，因为毕竟连续2年并不是一件容易的事情，但是你做到了，你再一次的捧起了这一次先锋赛的冠军奖杯，所以说你也是唯一一个到目前为止做到的选手，有什么样特别的感受和想法呢？
Can I use an executive fraud wall move as moderator? Oh, you can have one for free, Harold. You can have one for free.
게임을 할 수 있다는 거에 되게 감사함을 느꼈고 그리고 사실 결승전 전까지는 크게 어떤 감정이나 이런 게 없다가
I'm just gonna be saying that for forever, aren't I?
세트를 지고
That'll be a good thing,
작년과
I guess.
같은 이제 흐름이어서 저희가 우승할 거라고는 생각하고 있었고 3대 1로
Move the LPL up. That's true. That's true. We can put the LPL up in. Wait, with 5?
있었지만 결국에
That can be up to its own tier now. Yeah.
보여줄 수 있어서 정말 좋은 것 같아요.
那其实对于我们来讲，因为确实身上还是背负着一定的我觉得想来到这里连续2年嘛，那其实对于我来讲也是一件非常好的事情，能够再次在我们的舞台上打比赛。那与此同时，我想说的是，其实刚开始我好像没有什么特别的感受，包括说来到我们的决赛之前，特别是但是我觉得第一局当我们失利之后，我当时会有一种那种感觉，哎，好像过去去年的回忆就再一次的让我回想起来了。然后呢，接下来我们3比1拿下比赛的胜利，我真的感觉到非常非常的开心。同时于此，我觉得我们虽然说今天好像并没有打得如此完美，但是我觉得我们能够在赛场上展现出我们想为大家展现出的东西，也是非常非常的开心的。So sorry for that. I want to do the Chinese version first. And rappers, I'm really happy to be able to really play on the stage in 2 consecutive years for the first time, and also to be honest, coming to the
having
final,
Mandarin, Korean, and English speaker. There are so many languages. We've got like Portuguese, Portuguese to English,
got some feeling in my mind, and I'm really
and then we have
happy
English to Mandarin and English to Korean.
To really grab the final trophy, and at the same time,
and then all of that's Portuguese.
I would like to say it's not a perfect game for us, but I'm very happy we're able to really
BLG
showcase
can legit
something
get
good
better,
and
folks.
showcase
That's the
what
crazy thing.
BLG could do to showcase to all of you.
Ele falou que ele fica muito honrado de trazer esse bicampeonato,
Hey.
mas que no começo
Wait,
do
who's
primeiro
they hit?
jogo ele não sentiu assim.
Yeah, that went to everyone. Yeah, I
eles
appreciate it.
realmente
Sorry, appreciate that.
estavam lá dentro, mas depois deles terem ganhado ali, eles começaram a ficar mais empolgados com essa MD5 e ele está muito feliz de trazer esse bicampeonato para a região dele. Agora vamos falar
China really needed this too. I'd love to see a deep dive on how important international trophies is for the LPL. Worlds is the big one, really, because Worlds is like the biggest prestigious one.
Quão diferente é, na verdade,
Because that's why Xiaohu is not viewed as like as highly as someone like IG, right? Because the Worlds was seen as so important.
And you had already won the LPL, but this is your first international title. So how different does it feel to win outside your region in front of a different crowd here? Very loud, am I saying?
这个问题想问一下我们的辅助选手啊。你在 LPL 的本土赛事已经拿过很多的冠军，但是这是你第一次举起国际赛事的奖杯，特别是在这么多热情的不同赛区的粉丝朋友们面前举起这座奖杯，对你来讲有什么不太一样的感受吗？
因为我经历过太多国际赛事的失败了嘛，每次都是只能获得亚军，所以说就特别渴望有一个国际赛事的冠军嘛，然后。拿到这个冠军真的是特别开心，然后很感谢赛场的观众。
This is Ben's first international title. He won 22 MSI. He won MSI 2022 with RNG.
I've really experienced so many failures, so many hardship times on the international stage. We will be able to come into the final, but always ended
Okay,
up
so
as
I gotta note
the
some
runner-up.
stuff down.
So I'm really happy and excited that finally we were
So
able
got
to get this
LPL up,
opportunity
right?
to lift our trophy. And I would like to give a big thank you to all the
LPL
crowd
up.
here. Keep supporting
Ruler's going to
us.
Viclet here. We've got one random one gifted as well by Mecha. What else do we have? We had. What else did we have? Anyone else for the fraud wall? Did I miss some stuff?
Agora a gente vai falar com o Danny, que está ali sentadinho ali atrás.
We appreciate you all those things. Thank you everyone for so much support over these ones. It was craziest. Oh, ABH wanted Nautilus actually. We can put Nautilus to there. Alright, I didn't check that before. No, that was a couple of days ago. I can do that. Like it's a 3-1. You did say that. Ben has been godlike for so long. Well, he fell off for the last year and a half. He fell off the last year and a half.
In these early months of the season.
이번 데니 감독님 질문입니다. 우선 승리 축하드립니다. 근데 앞으로 더 중요한 경기도 있고 MSI 월드까지 이렇게
Okay, anyone else for the fraud wall?
혹시
I need to move the shy down.
지금까지 팀의 허업, 팀의 성장에 대해 어떻게 생각하시는지 여쭤보겠습니다.
And thank you for the hype train, everyone. We appreciate you all. Daily, huge for him too, you know. China is strong, right? Mid too. China is strong. China is strong. BLG is a hell of a good team. And Annual's Legend. This is a split with Annual's Legend like falling off too.
또 한국 팀이랑 할 때도 운영, 뭐 라인전 이런 것도 저희가 분석해서 또 흡수할 수 있었고 그래서 그런 마음으로 네, 저는 그냥 국제전은 어디든 같이 나가서 많은 경험을 하면서 상대방 장점을 잘 흡수하고 우리 단점을 잘 줄이는 네, 그런 과정을 같이 하고 싶습니다.
So maybe I'll do the Chinese version first. Yeah. 那这个问题想问一下丹尼教练，因为其实这次的胜利也只是一切的开始，未来对于你们还有很长的路要走，可能有 MSI、有世界赛、有各种各样的国际赛事，所以说怎么评价可能到目前为止整个队伍的一些成长或者说一些配合呢？那丹尼教练的回答也是，我觉得每一次能够来到国际赛事，对我们来讲都是非常好的一种体验，因为我觉得我们能够从不同的赛区身上学到不同的东西，包括说可能面对到很多西方的队伍，我们可以从他们身上学到他们的一些运营，包括说他们可能在局内之中有非常好的一些交流沟通，那这些部分我们都可以加以吸收、灵活运用。同时，比如说面对到很多 LCK 队伍的时候，他们无论是在运营还是在对线方面都有做得很好的部分，我们也可以加以去不断的去分析他们，然后把他们变成属于自己的养分。那我觉得每一次来到国际赛，对于我们来讲都是很好的经历、很好的成长，也希望未来我们能够共同努力。So the answer from Danny is. We're always very happy to have the international experiences.
Danny has coached Nogari, the Shy, Zeus, and Bin. I've made another god. Crazy, man.
For example, we can really learn
well, Danny's definitely earning his worth here. It's definitely earning his worth. The draft's been crazy good.
They did a super good job for the in-game communications and also to do the macro and do whatever they want, so we can really absorb those knowledges and make a good use of it. And also in facing off against those LCK teams, they really did a super good job in the laning phase, in all the macro. We can also analyze on that and try to make good use of that. So in the future, we're going to have more maybe international stages, and we're going to just try our best, to learn more and to do better.
Ele falou que ele gosta muito de ter essas experiências internacionais porque é onde eles conseguem ver visões diferentes também. Ele falou que, por exemplo, os times aqui
okay, folks, I might do fraud wall off stream just because I'm really running out of energy, and honestly, oh god, I want to talk to some of the G2 folks as well. I'll take a photo, I'll put it on Twitter, I'll put it on the Discord. If you want to see the final position of the fraud wall, you let me know. It's been really cool to do. I've got to clean it up after this too, actually.
Títulos aí para a região da LPL. Tá, agora a gente vai falar
I'll wait for the interviews to be over and then I'll wait for it to be over here. I want to hear the rest of what they got to say.
Do mundo, mas ele não levanta troféu desde 2022, então eu queria saber como é que é essa sensação de finalmente levantar troféu aí. So you've always been in that top tier. Many fans consider you the best top laner in the world, but you hadn't won a title since 2022. How does it feel to finally get the trophy again?
那接下来也要问一下我们的上路选手斌哥，大家一直都会认为，因为你一直都保持着非常好的竞技状态，有非常多的粉丝朋友们都认为你是最好的上路选手。但是其实你从22年之后，
then there's the Uzi Cup. I might end up co-streaming the Uzi Cup. We'll see. Which is like the content creator cup with Uzi and a load of X-Pros. We'll see.
我觉得这次奖杯就是证明了我们的实力就是世界上最强的，也证明了自己的上单在世界上也是最厉害的上单。然后这次只是今年的一个开始吧。
It's been really cool. It's been really cool doing this event, folks. Thank you everyone for having us.
I
gotta say thanks to G2 as well. G2 Esports, thank you so much for having us. Like, obviously the finals didn't pan out the way you wanted to, but yeah.
He is the strongest top laner.
He is the strongest top laner. He's not shit talking at all. He deserves that.
Way to go. We're going to just shine on the stage with more good performance to all of you.
Ele falou que o ano só está começando, né, gente? A gente tem muito para mostrar para vocês ainda. E é isso que a gente quer. E agora tem mais uma surpresa, porque todas as ligas ao redor do mundo votaram. E a gente tem aqui o melhor jogador, o MVP, dessa final, que vai para quem? Vai para o Bin. Eu vou anunciar agora. So
Bin might have the highest highs of this generation. He's definitely up there.
Oppo MVP. So what does this recognition
he's the MVP. He's the MVP. He deserves it too.
同时我们也恭喜斌哥获得了我们这次的 Oppo FMVP。
Finals, he deserves it. Don't overlook Shun, but I do think that Bin was on an absolutely insane run. Oh my god, he was good.
I like to say I don't have much emotions for now because before the game I already know I'm going to be the FMVP.
It's actually crazy that they managed this without Knight being like on Finals MVP form, because he was like MSI Finals MVP, arguably was the best player in World's Finals as well.
Uma pergunta para eles aqui, porque poxa, estão há uma semana aqui com a gente, né? Então eu quero saber como é que foi sentir essa energia dos fãs. Knight, You guys spent a week here in Brazil, so what was it like feeling the energy from all of them here?
那接下来想问一下奈特选手吧，因为其实已经来巴西1周多的时间，在所有的经历以后，对这里所有的一些感受、能量、所有的氛围，有什么想说的吗？
我觉得在这里打比赛和在其他
Oh, what a time to be an LPL fan, folks.
就现场氛围就非常激情吧，所以感受是非常好的。
I must say the atmosphere here is super different from the other stages because we can feel the energy, we can feel the passion from the fans. It's really energetic and hype us up, so we enjoy playing here.
Ele falou que dá para sentir que a atmosfera aqui é diferente, que os fãs são super animados, estão sempre com a gente.
Well, I gotta go take photos of the fraud wall. I'll change it, take photos of the fraud wall.
Thank you so much. Congratulations once
I'll head out, I guess.
Guys. É isso então, gente. Temos aí os grandes vencedores do First Stand 2026 diretamente do Brasil para você.
Congratulations, shout out to BLG.
Okay, folks, I'm going to leave it there because we've heard the interview.
At the top, and first things first,
well, folks, if you're on YouTube, thank you everyone for watching. If you're on Switch, I'll find someone to radio over to you. Keep your eyes on Twitter and Twitch to see where I'm going to be streaming next. But honestly, folks, thank you so much for the support. There have been so many subs, so many people tuning in day after day. It has been a huge pleasure to bring it to you. To watch LPL raise the trophy for the first time since MSI 2023. It's been a long 3 years. Like, the last time they raised the trophy was when I first started watching LPL. Casting LPL, rather. Thank you everyone for being alongside me and for anyone who's reached out for LPL info, who has learned anything about these teams and the journeys they've been on. It means an awful lot. That's what I'm here for. If you're on YouTube, the show will end here. If you're on Twitch, we'll find somewhere else to put you. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you whenever that may be next time.